I stand outside your battlefield, watching kingdoms built to fall. Every promise turns to poison, every truth gets lost in the brawl. You wear your banners like they're sacred, but every flag is stained the same. Different faces, different stories, different masks, the same damn game. Feed the fire, feed the hate, build another prison made of rage. I choose no sides. Break the cycle, break the chain. Everybody worship misery, everybody glorifies the pain. No heroes, no saints, no crowns to claim, just echoes screaming each other's names. Vengeance has become your anthem, chaos is your favorite song. Every victory tastes like ashes when everyone's been wrong. Truth gets buried under ego, honor dies beneath the pride. Everybody wants a monster until they see one looking back inside. Who profits from the hatred? Who keeps feeding the machine? Different voices, same addiction, round and round the endless repetition. Watch it burn, watch it fall. If everybody bleeds the same, who the hell are you fighting for? I choose no sides, I won't wear your colors, I won't carry your war. Truth stands alone even when no one wants it anymore. When pain becomes your language, silence becomes my answer. No kings, no idols, no saviors, just the sound of another empire collapsing under the weight of its own. Heat on your redless. Heat on your redless. Each other redless.
.5 minutes. Mr. Shell sent us over. Oh, I appreciate that. Tell Mr. Shell I appreciate that. Absolutely. I wanted to talk about Andy Bernard. Okay, he was on Ernie's a couple of nights ago. I've been super busy, you guys, and I really wanted to get in here before now, but I guess God just has other plans. You know, sometimes God has other plans for us, and ain't nothing we can do about that. I mean, He puts our feet where they're at, and PG's feet needed to be other places, right? But I wanted to get in. I really wanted to talk about Andy Bernard being on. Hey, Abby, good to see you. Hey. Molly, there you are. How's Grandis? How's your better half, girlfriend? y'all still on the road? You guys still flying down the road in that new mobile home? Grandis decided to buy for you. Are you the driver? Are you kicking back in the passenger side of your best friend's ride? I'm just messing with you, Molly. You know I love you, girlfriend. Sorry about that, you guys. My daughter showed up. She wanted to talk to her mama for a minute. Um, oh, that's beautiful. Seriously, that is beautiful. Oh, that's sweet, Molly. Molly's in here being kind to everybody tonight. She just still didn't answer how Grandis is doing. Anyway, hey, girlfriend, I've been missing you guys too. You know it. Um, anyhow, Andy was on Ernie's a few nights ago, and I want to go over some of the things he said. You know, one thing in particular was he broke down. He broke down, and I think that was like, a big red flag right there. Hey, Molly, I appreciate that too, Jules. All right, girlfriend. All right. You after PG's heart. You after my heart, girl. You about to get it. You about to win it. I appreciate that. And don't blame Katie. I have to see you, sweetie. I have to be able to see you. I can't bring you up without seeing you. Okay, sweetheart. What's up?
Like, oh my God, Ernie is doing so much for Summer Wells Prayer Garden.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
He's doing so much.
Well, I hope.
He's gonna solve this case, Prayer Garden.
I hope so. That's not, that's the plan. That he gets down there and he gets done what needs to be done. We need to grade check. Katie, I have to see you, honey. You have to open the camera. All right.
Hello.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi. Okay. Whoever came up, that is not me. Don't blame Katie. So I just wanted to come up in case they were doing something weird.
Oh, so this minute that I said you needed to show, the other one jumped down.
Oh.
She started laughing.
That's not me. I just wanted to make that clear.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know. So
that's okay. I just
I'm
wanted
glad you
to,
came up
just
and
in
let me
case
know,
they were
though.
doing something weird, I just wanted to pop up here and let you know.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
I don't
Bye.
understand why someone would want to imitate someone else. That's just weird. Wow. Why would someone want to come up and imitate another human being? That don't make no sense. I mean, the lady was, she looked like a kind person, kind, caring person that, was talking good about Ernie. She was talking good about Ernie. And, that was Satan. That's hilarious. Okay. Anyway, I wanted to talk about Andy, but just to veer off for a second. Ernie is doing good for Summer, and he plans to go back. He plans to help do everything in his power to to get that gravesite checked, to get it looked into, to see if Summer's in there. And I'm going to tell you something. That is more than really anyone else has been willing to do. He listened. Ernie listened, and he took it to the whole new level. When I spoke to Ernie about that particular graveyard and spoke to him how we got stocked up down there, and and the fact that it's unsafe for a young woman to be down there running around in that area, especially around that graveyard, due to the fact that that's where their main focus is, and they're watching that. And if you hang around there, too much, you're asking, you're looking for trouble. And so Ernie's a man. They're not going to mess with a man. They don't want to mess with a man, but they will, stock up and possibly hurt, a female. So, when I talked to him and explained the situation to him, and everything, and and how these people were acting and doing, and and gave him the proof, the proof that it came out of Andy's mouth, Jody Sue's mouth, Marlena Cropper's mouth, right? He said, PG, I'm on this. And he has been, he has stayed true to his word of, taking it to the whole new level and doing everything he can to get that graveyard looked into. And I'm gonna tell you, I appreciate it. All the Summers Army appreciates it. And absolutely, we're going to back him 100%, right? We're going to back him to go down there and do what he's doing. God bless. But I wanted to anyway, he's really been doing an excellent job, Hey, Jersey, I appreciate that. All right. 200 jewels, Jan. Amen. Anyhow, Hazel Eyes, I appreciate it. Absolutely. 2 jewels there. All right. 30 jewels. Flowers. Hey, girl. There we go. Absolutely. God bless. Anyhow, I wanted to speak about Andy because it makes what we're talking about even stronger. What he had said the other night up over on Ernie's, and I had talked to Ernie earlier today. We exchanged some conversation about it, and Ernie pretty much agrees with what I'm saying, and he said he is going to, if Andy quits having police officers show up instead of himself, Ernie plans on meeting up with him and talking with him face to face. So, hey, hold on, let some of this get past me. Oh, pretty, I appreciate that. Absolutely. God bless. But Ernie was on tonight as well, and I didn't get an opportunity to hear what he was talking about. I will go back and watch that for sure. I thought he was going to come on later, and I thought we was going to follow him into a live instead of me following him in. So I will get back and see what see what's going on after I get off of here tonight. Blame Katie. Unfortunately, she I don't know. I don't know Katie. She seemed like a nice lady that just came up here to say that that wasn't her. Seemed like but the lady before that seemed like a nice woman too. Hey, Ernie, what's up?
Hey, girl, what's up, PG?
Doing good.
Yeah, what happened is, where I'm at is tornado weather. They're real bad storms, and I seen you go live, and I was like, well, I got to get somewhere else with another internet connection, and I was like, well, that gives me time. Let PG go ahead and go live, and as soon as your live is over with, I'm going to go live again.
Okay.
I got some important stuff to talk about, but yes, I want to be a part of yours too.
I was worried because I didn't get to see yours. I was taking care of little man, and
right.
And when I was coming in, I noticed that you were live, and I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't get to watch him. I always wanted to watch. So I was going to go back and watch it. But if you're going to go in after this, then I'll get to see that. Thank God.
Well, what they're trying to do now, a lot of the haters and stuff, anytime it's got anything to do with missing child and Summer Wells, it's they're trying to get me put back in jail. They're trying to get these other charges on me. They're trying to do everything they can. They've got a guy that's lying and saying he's Department of Homeland Security. And it's just one thing right after another. They're filing fake police reports. They're doing everything they can to stop us. But I'll go to jail if I have to in order to get this done with Summer Wells, and I will.
We will make sure that gravesite is checked one way or another. It'll get checked, and because Summer deserves that, right, Ernie? She deserves to be found, and if she's in there, we're going to find her.
We're doing everything we can right now. I've been talking to surveyors, people that have to be able to be the ones that do this, and they're and I'm going to be honest with you, they're like, the more they hear, because I got one that's actually part of the team, and he messages me all the time, and he's like, you know what? If she's really in there, this is going to be something that horrific. It's going to be something that's like,
it's going to go down in history.
Oh, it is 100%. It's going to go down in history.
Absolutely.
But they've heard of places, they've heard of things like this before, but they've never really had so much push in order to get something actually done to where this actually may happen. This is something that's, and what I don't understand is, what does it hurt to just check it? It hurts nothing.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You're so right. And, the family wants it checked into because they don't want a child underneath their loved one. And
I want to clear something up, PG. The other night when the police were called, it wasn't because of Andy. It was Chad Arnold.
oh, you're kidding. Well, you know what?
Yes, it was the deal with Chad Arnold. It wasn't nothing to do with Andy. I went to Andy's workplace. I already had Andy on that. I mean, I knew that he was going to respond. It was Chad Arnold when we had to break away real fast. And he wanted to meet, and that's why I told you when I was going over to meet where they was at. That's when the police were in the parking lot. It wasn't Andy. Andy was cooperative. He talked to me on live for about an hour and 48 minutes, and I think that's what you're talking about tonight. So yes.
Well, I'm going to tell you, this is just my observation. They're all one. Don Wells, Candace, Grandis, Andy, Jody Sue, Fred Hill, Laura. Trust me, Chad Arnold, Marlena Crawford, Ricky, her brother, the sister-in-law. All of these people, Ernie. When you're dealing with one, you're dealing with all, because they super communicate. They keep an eye. I'm going to tell you what, these people keep an eye on one another, for real. I have seen Fred Hill he's in Indiana, but I have seen him keep eyes and ears on the ground in Tennessee through other people. I mean, he has people go stalking other people down there. That's the truth. He had Laura and some guy stalking up Marlena Crawford when she was talking with me about Summer's case. When she started, and Chad was the one, after we went to the cemetery. Listen to this. I don't think you know about this. After we went to the cemetery and got stalked up by Chad Arnold, that's when Marlena Crawford hit me up. I did not hit her up. She come out of the blue and hit me up on Summer's Facebook. And at first, her name wasn't ringing a bell to me. I heard it, but I wasn't directly, I was into Allison, and I was into Hunter, and I was into Candace and Brandis and all of these other people surrounding the case. I was into Chad Arnold because Candace met up. But Marlena Crawford, she kind of was one of those people got to the sideline, you know what I'm saying? And when I seen her, I was like, what? Who is this, And she's hitting me up. So I started, and then I recalled, oh yeah, she's the one gone. And then we're trying to blame just all of this on, at one point, her and her brother and them. And I said, that's what I told her. I said, ain't you the one that Don Wells was throwing under the bus, you and your brother Ricky and you guys supposed to come up there and took stuff from his car? And she's like, what the hell would he have for us to take? They don't have nothing. And that's when she started telling me she hung out with Candace all the time, and was up on the hill quite a bit, and knew a lot about these people. And she was hitting me up. And the reason she was hitting me up is because Chad Arnold, who was stalking us up at the cemetery, is her brother-in-law, and it was him that put her up to contacting me and to see what information she could get. But then I started talking to her and asked her. I told her that I was more than glad to put her Cash App out there. She was, she wanted to come up and talk and give people information, on the case and about Summer and maybe what she knows and so forth and so on. And not only that, but I also understood that Fred Hill was stalking her. I knew this from, another source. I understood what he was doing. So anyway, I said, okay. I asked her, I said, did you know that Fred Hill's keeping an eye on you? Did you know that you're being followed and so forth and so on? And she said, yeah, she knew it because she had, she's seen him on her tail at a Burger King and on her tail at another place. And this was about a few days, like a couple of days after she started talking to me. Obviously, it got into Fred's ears. And then he was having Laura and some man go looking for him. And they even went and hid at this one particular place. And Laura showed up there. And Marlena knew right then and there, what was going on for sure. And she had to vacate. Her and her brother and sister-in-law had to vacate to another place and start hiding because they were worried and they were, afraid because, I guess Fred didn't realize that Chad had got Marlena to try to correspond with me because we were up at the graveyard. So anyhow, long story short, he's getting her stock to try to put some fear in her to shut her down and shut her up from, coming out here talking. So all these people know something. All of these people are all in cahoots together somehow. That I do know for sure. I mean, this is, this ain't maybe or I think. This is for damn sure because, I seen it with myself. I seen it with my, own eyes what was going on. And so that right there lets you know that there's something in that grave. There's something in that grave right there. If, Fred's all freaked out and going to get somebody, get Marlena stopped up because he's not in the whole loop of knowing that Chad was behind it. If he knew Chad was behind it, then he probably wouldn't have did it. But because, he didn't have that information, he was, and thought Marlena's just, coming out here talking and trying to make $1 or something. He goes and has her stopped up to shut her up. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, 100%. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And that scared her. That scared me. I was scared for her. So, I mean, if Fred ain't got a dog in the race, then why was he doing that to her? If Chad got a dog in a race, then why was Chad getting Marlena to try to correspond with me to, about that cemetery and who and why we were there?
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's suspicious. That's very, very suspicious. Very suspicious.
So there's got to be that grave. And then last night, when it wasn't last night, I think it was the night before, but when Andy was on your panel and he started sobbing, literally sobbed on your panel. I mean, this mother freaker cried, Ernie. He mother freaking sobbed over Summer. I'm going to tell you something. He wants that little girl found. And that is why Andy told. That's why he told about that grave. That's why, for 5 years, that little girl being under there has haunted him. It has haunted him, and he wants her found so he can rest. And when he sobbed on Ernie's live over there, man, I'm going to tell you what, I knew right then and there that was guilt. That was fucking guilt right there. He can't come right out and say, yeah, I know she's over there, because, that implicates him in a very serious crime. But he's telling people in every damn way he could, go check that grave. If you want to find her, there she is. What more can he do? And he sobbed because for 5 years, he's had to live and be haunted by this 5-year-old child that nobody seems to be listening to the place she's at and trying to get her out. All he wants is Summer out of there. He wants people to know the truth. He wants that little girl laid to rest. And he wants to be able to move on with his life. And I don't blame him. Do I think Andy had anything to do with destroying Summer? No. Do I think Andy had anything to do with that cemetery and where she's hidden? Yes. I do believe, I think it was his ideal. When that grave was open, they knew the grave diggers in there. I think he helped conceal her. I mean, gave input on it. I think he was involved in that. But I don't think he's the one that did it. I think, I think he made suggestions. But I don't think, I don't think he did it. I think Candace went and met up with Chad. I think Chad, they went over to that grave and Chad had already dug down deeper than needed, and they fitted her down in there, covered it all up, and did what they felt they needed to do, and got ready for the casket to go on top of her. And they probably was very on ease until the 18th of June, until that coffin went down and the dirt went on. I bet you, they was really worried with cops running all over. They was probably thanking God that the grave didn't get checked. And they thought they were in the clear. They thought once that was done, they thought they were home free. That, no body, no arrest. And I'm going to tell you that was brilliant. I'm not going to lie. That was mother freaking brilliant right there. I mean, you couldn't. I mean, that was a brilliant fucking plan. I'll be the first to say it. If Jody Sue, wouldn't have been saying it in Discord, which it really didn't get caught on to when Jody Sue was saying it. But when Andy thought he could say it, and he did, and it got picked up on, and then he said even more, right? He didn't stop there, baby. He said a whole lot more as well. And he pretty much, just said, hey, fuck it. I'd rather be able to sleep, instead of being haunted every day of my life about a child being somewhere, that she needs to be found. I don't know at the time if Andy knew exactly why, exactly why they were doing what they did. I don't know how much he knew. I don't know what he knew. Some people will help you cover something up because they feel you're innocent and you might go to jail, like an accident cover up. Like, if it was truly an accident and the person, some people will help you because they don't want to see you go to prison for an accident cover up. they'll help you cover it or give you your insight how you can do it and stuff like that. Because they want to help to keep you from going to prison. There's some people would do that. A lot of people would do that. But if they found out that it wasn't an accident later and that you bullshitted them and that you lied and it was something sinister or something evil, they might change their mind. They might give you out. They might give you, maybe that's what happened. Maybe, maybe Candace and them was bullshitting and, saying stuff, bullshitting, and, he thought he was doing, he thought he was doing good and found out he was, that it wasn't good at all. I don't know. And maybe at the time he just didn't care. Maybe at the time he was so busy making bank and making, and doing what he was doing and and he didn't care. Maybe he thought he was going to live forever and he could live with it, and found out he couldn't. I have no idea what the situation is. All I know is when I heard him sobbing, that was guilt. It got to him. Like he said, 5 years. 5 years, folks. He's had to endure. And I don't think, he's been enduring, people saying stuff about him in this case. I think he's been enduring some serious fucking guilt for helping some very evil bastards conceal a 5-year-old child. That's just my opinion. And him and Chad Arnold, let me tell you something. Right now, them mother freakers right there, they're like two butt cheeks stuck together. Trust me.
This whole thing, this whole case, and what we keep running into is the beginning of it. I wish to God I knew exactly why they would have ever had did what they did. Whether what happened, it had to be something heinous. If that's the case,
Yes.
If she's in the cemetery, it's a heinous
Well,
act.
I'm going to tell you something, Ernie. If Don and Candace, and we saw substantiated charges on Candace, okay, of SA 1, 2, 3, all three, not one, not two, all three, like every one of the boys. There was no drawing a fucking line. It was all of them. Now, if they do that to all three of these boys, do you think that Summer was eliminated from that? Do you think for 5 minutes that she wasn't done like that? Of course she was. Of course she was. People don't like to hear the truth. But if they do the three boys, she wasn't an exception.
Right. The statistics show that. I mean, yes. I mean, the little girls are usually far more wanted than little boys are. So, yes.
Absolutely.
I mean, yes, you're right.
Absolutely. And it's just my opinion. This is my opinion. I believe, Don Wells came out here. Did you ever hear Don Wells talk about his boss and what he allowed his boss to do to Summer?
I heard about the tape that I never hear anything else about. I heard about the tape though.
Oh, I got that tape. And it's disgusting. Absolutely freaking disgusting. What he said. And I'm going to tell you something. That right there is an admission of trafficking your child. It is nothing short of an omission to what they were doing. And Don Wells even said, this guy is a bigwig, money, basically explaining with it why their asses ain't in prison yet. That's what it sounded to me like. He was bragging that he's being protected because he's got video surveillance of some people that don't want that coming out on them. That's what it sounded like to me. You got to read between the lines with these evil fucking people, because that's how they talk. They tell you in a roundabout way. And he bragged about it. He bragged. And Candace was in the background laughing and laughing and laughing. She wasn't crying about Summer. She was not attacking him for the evil words he was saying about her child. She was engaging with him and laughing with him and bonding with him over some sick, disgusting, unbelievable things that obviously they engaged together to do. And I think that is, they're engaging in doing this evil stuff to them babies is the whole reason Summer had to be destroyed, because I think someone hurt her pretty bad. And if they tried to take her to get medical treatment, they would have went to prison, because they knew what was wrong. They knew what went down, what happened. And I think that to save their own asses, they went to that horse pond and they destroyed that little girl. That's my opinion. And you know what? I bet you 10 to 1 I'm right.
What gets me is everybody, somewhere or another, whether they're suspects or not, has some way in a form mentioned that graveyard.
Oh, yeah.
Even the dogs kept going to the graveyard.
And you know what Candace said about Summer? She said, people said you didn't even feed little Summer that day. You didn't feed her. You didn't, you didn't get her a French fry. You didn't get her nothing to eat. And she laughed. And she said she had a raw hot dog before they left that morning.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Did you have that? Did you have that clip, or is it somewhere you need to that you can get it sometime?
I don't know if I have that clip or not. I'm not for sure if I do or I don't. Let me check to see if I do. But yeah.
Okay. Because right there, it goes along with, the day of the events, the timeline.
I tell you what happened. Daisy had a lady on her panel all the time. She passed away with cancer, but she started talking to Don Wells. She actually, I can't remember that woman's name. I can't remember her name, but anyway, she was on Daisy's all the time, and she said that she started talking to Don Wells. Matter of fact, I think she kind of like fell in love with the guy or something, because she was, advocating for him beyond advocating for someone. And she had said, like she didn't think anything was wrong with what Candace said about a raw hot dog. before she cried. Don changed his number. He told me Christina. That's right, Christine 555. Before John told me, he said, Sissy, I had to change my number. And I said, why? He said, because that Christine kept calling him he said he couldn't work. She was calling him all the time and he couldn't work. And he had to change his number. And I told him, I said, why don't you just tell her that, you got to work and stuff and to call you after work or whatever. And he said, she wouldn't listen or whatever. And then he said, I said, well, sometimes people have to do stuff like that, whatever. And then he told me, she was crying. I said, crying? And he said, yeah, because, he changed his number. And, I said, oh man, that's sad. I said, why don't you just tell her, cause I felt bad for her. I told him, I said, why don't you just tell her that, when you're at work, you can't talk on the phone. You have to, do your job or turn your phone off while you're working and only turn it on when you're not working. And, do something. I mean, why make, I said, what did you do? And, and he gave the number back to her. He gave her his new number. So she could start calling him again. But that's how, dedicated she was to him. And she tried to make people feel like, oh, there wasn't nothing wrong with Candace talking about a raw dog before they left the house that morning. And I know what the hell Candace was insinuating there. Anybody with half a brain knows what Candace was insinuating there. And you know what? Even the day they're going to destroy that child, it sounded like they were still using and abusing her.
It sounds like it. It sounds like it sounds, what's got me is, when you first get in the case, you look at their history and you look at what's happened and what they've been accused of, and you listen to Don's own words, and then you see Summer, you see the pictures of her, and what hurts and what's so bad, it hurts my heart, is you see how pitiful she looked in some of those photos. Yeah. Frail, bony, like she looked sick. She looked very, very sick, hurt. Mm-hmm. And you go back to kids that have been abused in other cases, and they look the same. They almost look the same. I mean, they're hurt. It's just a hard situation. And when you see that with your own eyes, you're like, you get mad. I got mad. I got very, very, very mad. And I'm like, how can, kids just don't go missing. And it keeps going back to that. Kids just don't go missing. Something has to happen.
Because that child didn't want that. You could tell under her eyes, she got no sleep. You could tell she was sleep deprived. You could tell that she was, malnutrition. You could tell that, that they was just putting her through pure fucking hell and pain and misery and suffering. Nobody wanted to help her. Nobody was doing nothing for her. This little girl was living a mother freaking nightmare along with her brothers every single day with these two evil bastards up there and a sick grandmother, just as sick as the two parents. And this little girl paid the ultimate price when there should have been no price to pay.
Yeah, I mean, she did. She paid it. If this is what happened to her, PG, she paid the ultimate price. And an investigation, when brought out, the ending is always the most horrific thing, like what all these people done to this innocent child. Even in court, one of the hardest things is when you listen to a predator or a person who's hurt someone in court, and they have to give an accountability of what they done. You know what I'm saying? They have to stand in front of the judge and they give their own statement, and they have to pretty much go back and tell everything that happened. And I believe if this is what's happened and she is in that grave, that it's going to be one of the most horrible statements, and for the people to have to account for, that's going to be bad. That's going to be hurt. I mean, that's going to be probably one of the biggest trigger warnings. I mean, that's going to be a lot of things go into that. And I believe some of these people, there's a lot of people involved in this case. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of people who, they love Summer and they care for Summer. And I don't believe that they're just going to stand by and let some of them. I don't believe justice is not going to get to take its effect on these people. I believe people are going to uproar about it. Oh, and yeah. It's starting to look like that over now.
Absolutely.
Before I even stepped foot over there, PG, when I stepped foot over there and people seen me in Hawkins County, there were people coming up to me. There were people talking to me. There were people like, that's that dude on the internet. That's that dude that's the graveyard dude right there. That's that predator hunter guy. That's the guy that's thinking Summer's in the, and they're talking about it. I mean, it was big. If you listen to when I was interviewing Dustin, and he was like, yeah, because it's all over Hawkins County. He don't even live in Hawkins County no more, but he takes up and he still listens to it. That right there got in my mind. I was like, wait a minute, what? You're not even there now. So how do you know what's going on, 2 hours away?
They keep eyes and ears in there. They keep, like Fred Hill. That dude's all the way up there in Indiana. And he's got eyes and mother freaking ears right there in Tennessee 24/7. He knows everything going on. He's not missing a beat. For real. And that and I mean, look at Cotton Simpson. The last conversation Cotton Simpson had was with Fred Hill over Summer. And Fred Hill told Laura it was none of her business, that he's protecting her. And Cotton Simpson, the very next morning, was found over there in Warrior's Path unalived.
Do you know exactly the location where
Cotton Simpson was found?
Yeah.
Well, when you head towards Cotton's house, if you turn, like if you go up and I believe it's turn right, you go down to where Cotton lived, and the park is right behind his home. He knowed every inch of that place. Like he growed up there. He knew.
I know where the park is. I've been to the park many times. I know where.
But if you go to the top and you turn right, there's a little cemetery back in there. That's where his car was found. And that also, that's where he was thrown over. They tried to say he fell. How would he fall when he's been there a million times? I mean, this guy lived and breathed that place. There's no way that's like saying you're going to, trip over something in your house when you lived there for, forever. Like you would be able to maneuver your house better than anyone could if you lived there forever. It's just, no, it's, I wouldn't believe it. I would not believe it. But, he wouldn't, for one, he wouldn't have got that close to a fucking edge to fall over. He went up, his mother was buried. And hold on a minute, that's my baby.
That was cute. I heard the baby in the background. Oh. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you all. People, this case is full of a lot of loops. And I'm going to tell you something. It's a very dangerous, sticky subject. It really is. It's hard, very hard. To get in certain areas to maneuver the way we have to. I mean, on the interviews we do, we just bust up in there. Yeah, we can do that. Because we don't want to get them the chance to think about what they're going to say. We want that on-spot reaction, they call it. We want those expressions. We want to be able to see them in the face. But it's hard, folks. It's really, really hard, and it's getting harder on us. And I knew it would. I knew it would. It's very, very hard. Let me see what's going on. Let me read this here. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's got to be done the right way, people. The right way.
The trust is earned, and every family deserves better than someone making profit from their worst day.
Tragic news this evening, as it has been confirmed that you are a floppy-cocked dingleberry hanging off an elephant's arse.
shadows where the midnight crawls, two creatures proud beyond the walls. One moves steady, silent, wise. The viper watched with patient eyes. He never needed roaring fame. He let the evidence speak his name. Slow and steady, cold and clear, he gathered truth instead of fear. But somewhere deep beyond the light, a tiger roared into the night. He wore his badges, made his claims, and built his kingdom out of names. The viper was patient, the viper was wise, while the tiger was loud with fire in his eyes. One chased the truth, one chased the show, and everybody watched the story grow. When the dust finally settles and falsehoods expire, the viper stands tall while they bury the tiger. The tiger claimed titles, claimed every rank, while rumors and questions filled every bank. Marshal, soldier, hunter, lawman too, a different story every time he came through. The viper didn't roar or threaten the sky, he simply recorded and watched things go by. One little fact, then another appeared, while the tiger grew louder whenever he feared. There were stories of badges and questionable gear, stories of warrants and trouble appearing near, stories of licenses, claims, and disguise, but stories on verdicts beneath honest eyes. So the viper said, let investigators decide, bring evidence forward and leave truth to guide. No mobbing, no vengeance, no kangaroo court, let facts meet the law in the proper report. The viper was patient, the viper was wise, while the tiger kept roaring beneath changing skies. One trusted the process, one played to the crowd, one moved like a shadow, one screamed far too loud. When the truth meets the record and justice takes fire, the steady viper outlasts the loud tiger. The tiger kept roaring, he'll never stop me, while the viper just smiled. We'll wait and we'll see, for patience is power when facts are your friend, and truth doesn't hurry towards somebody's end. 1,000 loud claims cannot make something true, and 1,000 accusations don't make something new. The viper knew better than vengeance or hate. Let evidence speak and let justice decide fate. So while tiger chased another spotlight to steal, the viper stayed focused on what could be real. No need for a crown, no need for applause, just truth on the table and respect for the law. The viper was patient, the viper was wise. He never needed fiction to strengthen his side. The tiger was thunder, destruction and flame, always demanding somebody remember his name. But heroes don't need to declare they're a hero, they prove it by standing when the road becomes narrow. And somewhere beneath all the noise and the lies, the viper kept watching with those ancient eyes. Not hunting a man, not seeking revenge, just following evidence wherever it led. Because heroes don't become villains to win, and justice means nothing when vengeance begins. The strongest warrior knows when to stand down and lets truth wear the ultimate crown. So remember the viper when chaos gets higher. Remember the difference between truth and the fire. One moves slow and steady, one burn like a wire. The viper was the hero, the tiger was the liar. The tiger was the liar.
The night eventually ends.
The noise eventually fades, the records remain, The evidence remains, and when every roar has finally disappeared, the slow and steady viper is still standing.
Well, evil's not going to win. It's not going to win. Yes, thank you, eyes only. That's what I thought too. Guys, so many of us has got sick and aggravated, and it's hard. It really is. It's a hard situation that we're in right now. We're boots on the ground. We've been there a few days, and what sucks is you can't wear out your welcome. Thank you, West Virginia Rainbow. Thank you, Gazelle. Thank you, Giselle. It's hard, and according to law enforcement, you got to have reasonable suspicions to lead to probable cause. And just somebody saying, hey, even though it's suspects, she may be over at that cemetery. It's just not enough right now. And that's why we got to continue doing interview after interview after interview. And I think we're doing a good job. Thank you. Oh, I know that. God spared my life for a reason. He could have killed me, and he spared my life. So, we got to make the best out of it, right? We have got to make the best of it. I appreciate each and every one of you all for watching my shows. I appreciate you that we can talk about it together, because I think that's that's something that we need to be able to do. You see so many people coming together, and that's a good thing. That's really, really good. It's good to come together for this. Whether we like some of these creators or not, they're starting to say, hey, we're not going to beat this guy. The best thing to do is team up with him. Even the Hatfield and McCoys have said, hey, I've got to put something to the side here. I've got to team up with these people. We got to do it together, whether we like it or not, folks. Whether we like each other, we've got to come together. I don't care who finds Summer. I just want her found. If somebody said right now, if somebody come in and said, hey, we got more resources than you, we're going to take over, we're going to do this, all that. I just like, you know what? If you beat me, you beat me. If you get it done before I get it done, hey, thank you. Thank you. Get it done. What hurts is you got to keep going back over and over and over and over and over to the beginning. You have to comb it through like a fine-tooth comb. Every once in a while, a piece of hair will fall out, and you got to take that lead. You got to take that lead until it starts leading away from the timeline. Remember, guys, the timeline is everything, and there's a lot missing from it, and that's scary, because in that alone is enough to commit a very heinous crime. Now, do we know for a fact that a heinous crime was committed? We don't. And that's what's so hard, because in your heart, you want to push a certain agenda. But investigations, you can't do that. You've got to be clear. You've got to have clarity. And you can't say this or that until you know for a fact that you've double checked it. Check it twice, cut it once. Remember that, folks. That's the key. That's the key. Do these people fall out of hell when you talk to them? Yeah, they do. Because you know why? The way God is helping right now, I believe God works through their conscience. God can break anybody down at any given time with the snap of the finger, but he has to have those warriors out there to push what he needs done. Can God come in and say, hey, I'm taking over this case. I'm going to do it by myself. He can do it in a heartbeat. But you know what? Through faith, God puts men in action. God turns regular men into warriors. And whether you like it or not, if you're part and your heart's in the right place for Summer being found, you're no longer a man or a woman. You are a warrior. You are a warrior for something. And that something and that agenda that we're pushing right now is to bring a little girl home. And that's Summer Wells.
Amen.
But guys,
Amen.
thank you.
Hey, Ernie. Well
Yeah.
said. Well said. Very
Thank
well.
you. I mean, that's from experience there, PG. It's hard because when people are just throw it out there, it's not from the heart. It's not the passion. I hope
And
people can see about my passion and what I'm willing to do to get this done.
I think that we are all behind you 150%. And I think that you are going to get this done. You're going to do what no one else listened to, but should have. And you're going to get done what needs to be done for summer. And we appreciate that to the fullest, to the absolute fullest. Listen, you guys, I wanted to stay. I wanted to talk about some things tonight, but little man is a little cranky. And so I'm going to have to cut the short live and take care of my baby. But I'll tell you what, let's all follow Ernie over to his channel and continue that over there. Is that okay with you, Ernie?
Yes, let's do that. Just give me 3 or 4 minutes, guys, and I'll be ready. Thank you, PG, for having me. Thank you, guys.
I appreciate you being here. God bless.
Thank you.
Okay, you guys. I am going to be able to rock Little Man well. I'm also able to tune in at the same time with Ernie. So I will be over there in the chat. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here tonight. God bless, and much love to you all. And please keep the prayers going up for Summer. I won't ever walk out of here without asking for you to keep those prayers going up for Summer Moon Mutual Wells. Please, that's all I ask, is you to keep those prayers going up for her. That little girl deserves to be found, and she needs all the prayers we can be sending up right now to get that done. So please pray for her, pray for all the other missing kids, and pray for one another. Families that pray together stay together, and God's made us a family. So God bless each and every one of you. As I said, good night, and much, much love to you all. Thank you for understanding. Good night, you guys.
Welcome. Step right up. You ain't watching the show. You're part of it. Welcome to the circus. Welcome to the circus. Welcome to the circus. Well, the lies all workers, pulling strings from a cell, but the truth gon' hurt us. Welcome to the freaks. Yeah, they clap for the madness, do his bidding for free, calling chaos a habit. He locked up, but he still talk loud, running yard like a ghost in the crowd. Little pawns through the dirt, no doubt, while he sit back smiling, playing victim out. Write the script, let the weak ones act, feed them lies and repeat that back. Every post like a staged attack, but the receipts still stack. Facts on facts. He ain't fighting, he just sends them in. Keyboard soldiers with a paper skin. All bark, no bite, just noise and spin. Circus clowns think they really gon' win. Welcome to the circus, where the strings get pulled from a cage in the dark, where the truth gets bullied. Welcome to the freaks. Yeah, they cheer for the lies. Every step that they take just expose in disguise. Welcome to the freaks. See the pattern, the rinse, repeat. Same tired trick, same weak technique. Send the pawn, let him speak his heat. Then he vanish when it's time to meet. All vengeance, no spine attached. All whispers, no facts to match. Got a whole damn circus sack, but the ringmaster's trap. Imagine that. They defend what they don't even know. Blind loyalty just for show. Clown makeup, front row seats. While the truth walks in, now they all go ghost. From a cell, he builds his throne. Not with power, but ball bones. They scream his name, but don't see the cost. Every pawn he uses gets fed to the lost. Welcome to the circus. Welcome to the circus. Where the mask stay on, where the lies run wild till the truth comes strong. Welcome to the freaks. Yeah, they dance in chains, but the second it breaks, ain't nobody remain. You built a circus, but forgot one thing. The crowd always turns on the ringmaster. circus. Welcome to the circus.
Tragic news this evening, as it has been confirmed that you are a floppy-cocked dingleberry hanging off an elephant's arse.
I'm telling you what's going to happen. And start putting it together from a new person's point of view. New eyes on it. Not only does that give Summer more hope, but it gives Summer another ally. We can't have too many allies, people. Look at what we're having to do in Georgia now. We're bringing in 4 or 5 members of the militia from Georgia, and these are tough people. They don't give a damn. And they're all for helping Summer Wells. I'm not here for the money, people. My Cash App, my PayPal, and my Chime is not up here on the screen, and it won't be. It won't be. What I am here for, I can't do this alone. I can't. No matter what, I cannot do it alone. Exactly. Tiffany, you're right. Katie keeps it simple, and she asks all the right questions. Basics, no pollution at all. No pollution at all. Because she's new. Believe it or not, and Tiffany and Maria probably agree with me on this, and I know another bunch of people that agree with me on this too as well. This case needs fresh eyes. It needs fresh eyes on it. But it also doesn't need to lose the ones who has put so much into this case, so much forward into Summer Wells. We can't lose those people. Because whether we like them or not, some of them have good information. Some of them do. Some of them have been close to the family. That's true. You know, we get so much backlash, people. For what? Why do we get so much backlash? I'll tell you why. It's because we don't quit. We don't quit. They can't win. They can't win. And they're not going to win. They're not going to win. Because whether we like it or not, if you're going to be for Summer Wells, then be for Summer Wells. Now, I know I have a way of doing things that a lot of people don't like. I get fed up really easy. I get fed up with really, I really do. I get fed up bad. It's hard, Tiffany. It's hard to stay on track. It really is, people. It's very hard. It's starting to wear people down. But you know what? Let me tell you this. What don't kill you only makes you stronger. What don't kill you only makes you stronger, people. And I'm telling you, we're very strong. In order to keep this up for 5 years, you people are strong. Whether you like it or not, you're here. You're here right now. You're here right now at 11:11. 11. Listen now, 11:11. Right now, it's 11:11. That's angels. That's a sign. For me to be able to say that right now and look up at the clock, and it's 11:11 right now. Right now, it's 11:11. Now that right there is strong. That's powerful. To be here at this exact time and at 11:11 p.m. Think about that. I believe in that stuff. I believe God puts ways in for people to maneuver around, to get through certain things. I also believe God puts out there clues, little droplets, little clues. But we have to be warriors. We have to be warriors in order to pick up those clues. You have been. I've seen you all present in some of these lives that's been 5, 10, 12 hours. And I know you've been there. You're there for a reason. Your hearts are talking. Your hearts are saying, hey, we want her found. We want her found. No matter what, we want her found. Now, I know a lot of us have different opinions on who's to blame. But let me tell you this. If we keep focusing on who's to blame people, we're not going to get nowhere. It's already been run. It's already been run down. It's been beat. That's like a dead horse. It's been beat. We're not going to be able to do this. We've got to think how to get through it. We've got to maneuver through it. No matter how sick some of these people are, we've got to do what happens to happen. We have to stay on course, okay? We have to do that. What happens, happens. What's already happened's already happened. We can't go back in the past. We can't help these people, but we can help Summer. Think about that. Has anybody ever said that? Has anybody ever heard that before? We can't help these people. We cannot help these people, okay? We can't. We can only help Summer. What's done is done, folks. And it's sad. It's very, very sad. But what's done is done. Think about it. Nothing we can do for them other people. I don't care how much we like them. I don't care how much we say, oh, these guys are innocent. We don't have proof on these guys. We don't. And that's the thing. We don't. We don't. Look at this. This right here, Tiffany says at Prayer Garden America, I'm sorry I didn't believe you had a baby. I heard your baby in the background. Bless hearts. You know, a lot of us went down the road and it was away from Summer. We argue with each other. For what reason, folks? Why? If I'm willing to meet somebody who completely destroyed my character because of other people, fed him bullshit, which is Ryan finds truth, and I'm willing to meet with him, sure enough, you people can put your differences to the side. Put your differences to the side for the real reason we're here. You're not here for me. We're here for Summer. And that's what needs to happen. We can get fed up with each other. We can cry, we can moan, we can bitch, and we can complain. And that's what we've been doing for the last 5 years, going down the wrong way because we're trying to help these people. We're not helping Summer. We cannot change who these people are. We cannot change what they've done or what they haven't done. We can't change what they're involved in or what they're not involved in. We can't change their habits, whether it be drugs, whether it be the money, whether it be selling children. We cannot change these people. If we try to change these people, we take that time that we've allowed ourselves to invest in these people and not Summer. Remember that. That's how we get off the track, and that's how we mess up. Now, do you agree with me? Am I just saying that, or do you agree with me? We cannot. We cannot. And I'm going to tell you right now, whether you like it or not, some of these people that are against us, whether we like it or not, they're your enemies. They're the ones that's enemies of Summer Wells, because some of these people are predators. That's sad. That's sad. But if we start focusing on them, we lose all that effort and everything we're supposed to put in to Summer. Think about it. That's right, Prayer Garden. These people already made their bed. And whether we like it or not, people, they made their bed with not just us, but they made their bed with God. They've made their bed with God. You guys can hate each other or whatever. You can say, oh, I don't look eye to eye to this person, can't stand this person. But I'm telling you right now, if I can put my differences to the side, you can too. These little arguments and stuff we have, put them to the side. It's not worth it. Because those people, when they come in, that moment, oh, well, this, take your moment off of what's important, and you go to that person and you argue with that person, you may miss something. They may be somebody I'm interviewing or somebody else is interviewing, and they may be a catch-up. There may be a catch-up part there that anybody could catch, but we all miss it just because we got focused on something else. Now, Andy said a few things. I thanked Andy. I did. I thanked Andy. I did. Each one of us get up every morning and we take a breath of fresh air. How many of you all really thank God that you're able to do that? You know, I get so much hate, so much hurt because the way I think about these things. Because you have to go inside the mind of the predator and people like that in order to figure out this stuff. And it's sad, it's hurtful, it's painful. But how many of you all ever think about June 15th, 2021, Summer Wells waking up that morning? Do you think that she ever thought that maybe when she woke up that this was going to be her last day on earth or last day with her people and her parents, that she would go missing or worse? Do you think she ever thought about that? Answer me. Do you think that she ever thought about any of that? Do you think she was like, no. Oh, just an average day for her. But I'm going to tell you one thing. Whether she went missing, whether she was kidnapped, or whether she met her end, there's one thing that we all can agree on. Her voice was definitely taken. Now, we don't know the manner that her voice was taken, but it was taken. Her voice was taken. The people that's supposed to protect Summer, guess what? They were a day late and $1 short. They were a day late and $1 short. Think about that. A day late and $1 short. But let me tell you who wasn't late. Because whether we like it or not, people, and here's what people forget about. We can be for Andy, we can be for Don, we can be for Fred, we can be against any one of these people. Candace and all of them rolled up in a big ball. But I want to tell you one thing. Whether we like it or not, someone is to blame. Children just don't go missing into thin air. Someone is to blame. It's someone's fault. Someone's fault. What's sad is, for the last 5 years, folks, we have been fighting each other because we pick sides. We picked sides. Whether we like it or not, we picked sides. None of us was ever mutual. We always went one way or the other. And guess what that did? It was like watching a horse race. They started off. They started in a race. One person's horse got in front. Well, guess what? They start arguing. The next thing you know, you're arguing with yourselves. And you're arguing with people. You're arguing with people over the ones that no matter what you do in life, you cannot help. You will not be able to help those people. But let me tell you something. What you should be arguing over is the right reasons. And that's arguing over not what happened to her, but where is she? What happened to her can be anything. That can be rolled up into a ball and thrown out into the ocean. That can be shot into space. That can be anywhere. But what we don't know, we sit and we strive over and over and over again. And we get weary. We get tired. We get aggravated. And guess what? When we get aggravated and we don't have no sleep, we get mad. We get hurt. We hurt. And then what do? We take it out on each other. But we should be focusing on not what happened to her. Where is she? Where is she? It's not what, it's where. Not what, but where. That's the best way for it. McKenna, you're right. Sean Hornbeck was found right by your house. Yes, anything is possible. It is. Where is she? And you ask why Benny and Don and Candace went to the Smoky Mountains? Hey, who knows? Who knows, people? Who knows? Thank you. Appreciate this. But I want to tell you one thing. We're going to have to do something that none of us ever thought we was going to have to do. You're going to have to get a little mean. You're going to have to get a little bit of grit. You're going to have to understand, hey, you're going to have to quit being nice, people. This fine summer, hearts, blue hearts, yellow hearts, you know what? Whether we like it or not, and yes, it's awesome gestures, but let me tell you something. It only goes so far. It only goes so far. These people play you for fools, and you're not stupid. You're not. And let me tell you how I know you're not stupid, because there's no cure for stupidity. There's no cure for stupidity, and you're not that. These people play you against each other because they know they're going to derail. They know what they're doing. They do not want you getting close. Spiritual, that is something. Now, we're going to listen to some things. I think it's very important here because we're going to be listening to a lot. We're going to listen to a lot, people. And it ain't just one thing we're going to listen to. It's a whole lot. So you'll bear with me, guys. You guys will just bear with me for a minute. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You brag loud, but the math say different. Whole style ball, that draft ain't hitting. You post big place, but the check you splitting. I move quiet, the room start listening.
So what we need to do, folks, is take it for what it is. Now, everybody get ready for this. Let me turn this up here. I want to listen to this for what it is here. I want to play it, but let me see if I can get this over here to do this. Let's see what this is here. Okay, so I see what this is now. This is about 6, 15, 13, 21. We're looking about 30 minutes. We're looking about 30 minutes of videos, including with Chad Arnold, Fred Hill. And these are messages. These are messenger messages. So, oh God, let me see this. We're going to be playing these. We're going to get into this. We're going to put these on the laptop. We need to schedule this in the timeline here. See, these are August 22nd of 2025. These are messages. Oh man, okay. So let me see. Wow. How can we do this? We're going to have to work these into a show that's, and we're going to do that. These are all of messages between certain people and creators. These are, I guess, what you're sending me here. Okay. Real ICU, I just put the interview out on public. I didn't put nothing behind the paywall because it had too much to do with Summer Wells. I didn't put it behind the paywall because it had too much to do with what we were doing with Summer Wells. It wasn't just a regular interview. I thought that it would be better just to let everybody hear it. That was in the live, which live was that? Last night's live with Gabble Geeks, and it was a big show. It was a big show. It was a great show, as a matter of fact. Now, first off, before we get into this, when we talk about Summer Wells or any other missing child, and we are not boots on the ground at the time we're doing it, we will not accept any Cash App PayPal, or Chime. We do not do that. Now, if you want to donate to the show, you go and watch another show that's in the morning time when we're talking about our business, when we're talking about how to make the show better. And then you'll see the links for Cash App, PayPal, and Chime. As for this, when we're talking about Summer Wells and we're not boots on the ground, we will not accept no donations. It was a very interesting show last night. Very interesting. Thank you. Now, right now, we've come up under fire. There's a lot of people trying to get me on false accusations and trying to put me in jail. And the reason they're doing it is so that I'll stop. Because they know that they cannot beat me straight up. They're not going to beat us at all. But they can't even beat me straight up. And they know that. So they got to make fake and false allegations. They got to pretend that they're ICE agents or DHS agents and people like that. And they're nothing. They're nothing. But they want to put that up everybody and then have everybody follow them. And that's not right. It's not right at all. They can't do nothing to me right now. They can't. But they're lying right now. They're lying on me and causing a lot of stuff to happen. But we got to stand together if we're going to do this. I can't do it by myself. I can't. I have, Murray, and I do appreciate you looking into that and seeing that. Yes, thank you. They don't want us around. They don't want us doing this. Right now, I'm going to be honest with you. Chris and Trudy, for some reason, just like they did years ago, are doing their best. They're doing their best, and I know this behind the scenes. They don't want me a part of any of this. And I'm not just saying over Don Wells and Candace, because there's no proof of anything about Don and Candace being a part of it. But it's awful funny and fishy to me that my name is always mentioned. Let's just show people. No other creator's name is ever mentioned, but mine is. People, that stands for something. Whether you like it or not, whether you like me or not, there is a reason that my name is mentioned all the time. Now remember what I told you. It don't matter about those people. They're gone. They're gone, people. It is not what happened. It's where is she? Train your brains. Train your brain. Please. Not what, but where. Chillbilly, I didn't know that. CNT are harmless. They tried to get my footage of the property. It didn't go too far. You know, Chillbilly, can you come up? Would you be able to come up right now? I know you couldn't come up the other night, but would you be able to come up right now? A lot of people didn't understand what you was talking about. The link's in the chat, man. The link is in the chat.
I chase real critics. We ain't built same, that frame can't fit it. Ernie's busted tomato. 40 L's away from riding.
I would like to hear from Chillbilly because Chillbilly knows the area. I mean, he was Don's groundskeeper pretty much. That says a lot. And there's a lot that Chillbilly probably knows. There's a lot that Chillbilly knows. I'm going to go on record and say, in that area, there's a lot that Chillbilly knows. He knows a lot about it. The link is in the chat, man. If you can give me 5 minutes. You're on a phone, it doesn't work well. Okay, I understand there. That's okay. I understand. I understand. 100%. I understand. So let me ask you a question, guys. I know you don't. I know, and I understand that. Now that there's a lot of people with eyes on what we're doing, there's a lot of people. What is the next step, folks? What is the next step? Do we continue with the interviews? Do we continue interviewing? You've never been able to get StreamYard to work on your phone? Well, I can walk you through it. What you do is click the link. Once you click the link, up at top, there's 3 little dots. Click those 3 dots, and you can go through Google Chrome. Go through Google Chrome. Open with Google Chrome. And then from there, you'll be able to go into the StreamYard link. So, Phoebe, we already did that. We already did that. So let's do this, Chillbilly. How about this? How about this, bud? How about this? How about you go to my messenger? Let's do this right here, Chillbilly. On Messenger, let me call you on Messenger. Would that work? Can I call you on Messenger? Let me call you on Messenger. Would that work, Chillbilly? If that will work, can some of the mods put my Messenger, or can you all put my Facebook in? It's like Lightning Tiger 23 or something like that. Can you guys put my Facebook in? We're going to let Chillbilly, I'm going to call him on Messenger. That way we'd have great sound. It'd be on the phone. We can do this right. We can do this right away. Here, hold on a second. Let me look at this right fast. Thank you. Appreciate that. Because there's a lot that needs to, and this is cool. Try the link. Okay, you're going to try the link. So we're going to put the link out here, Chillbilly, for you. Let me make sure we got it right here. I'm going to get a fresh link for you here. He said try the link. So we're going to link you right here. Here we go. The link is in the chat, bud. Link is in the chat. So the link is in the chat. We're going to wait, give him a second to come up here, and then we're going to be able to talk to Chillbilly. I mean, awesome. You know, you have to understand, if anybody's got any insights, it's going to be him. I'm telling you, it's going to be him. It's going to be him. Is that wild? What's up, Chillbilly? Hey, how you doing, buddy? How you doing, buddy? Let me fix your mic. Let me fix your mic here, buddy. Go ahead. Might to speak. If you turn your volume up on your side, go ahead, bud. Can you hear me? Chillbilly. Okay, so let me fix you right fast here. Okay, so let me see if I can turn him up. If you got your volume all the way up. Okay. So you was Don Wells pretty much groundskeeper.
Had been messing around and he was kind of concerned about it. And after I did that, June 15th rolled around, which was a summer day event coming up.
You talking about like the visual?
Yeah, one of the visuals.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's the next year or the year after. I'm thinking it was the year after. So she went missing in 2001, or 21, 22. I wasn't in any, I didn't go up there or anything like that. And then 23 is whenever, I think that was whenever they had went to Arkansas. And
Okay.
they went to Arkansas was whenever we had to check on the property and everything. And then whenever the Summer's Day event come up, there was a bunch of YouTubers that was talking about coming up and coming onto the property or coming around the property, knowing that Dawn and Candace was out of the state. And so I told Dawn, I said, hey, if they're going to come around, let's at least, make it look nice. So I mowed the yard, cleaned up, done some weed eating, stuff like that. As far as being a groundskeeper, no, I wasn't nothing of that nature.
Okay, so what happened? Did you guys fall out or?
No, they come back and he took back over his property.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I don't reckon we've ever had a fallout. I mean, the last I talked to him was back in December of this year, and there was kind of a commotion went on, but that all got swept away. But I don't keep in touch with them. I've never kept in touch with them. I've never had them on speed dial, or I've never had their phone numbers or nothing like that.
Right. Understand. So did he ever state or make any kind of statements about Summer?
Originally, yes, but not just about her. Of course, he was talking about what could have happened, and what he did that day, in which everybody knows, he went down to Fred's, and just like he said he kicked the door in. I don't know that if he done all that or not, but The thing that just totally, I guess, turned me off on all of it was Fred's response. He said that he was going. He had noticed some light and pretty much gave like an alien referral. And this is coming from Dawn. We're standing at the end of Dawn's driveway whenever we're talking, and that. But so I just kind of tuned out on off after that. I was like, well, we're not going to get anywhere.
So pretty much Don had alluded to Fred as being the one that he was automatically pretty much concerned with.
No, not necessarily, but the only connection that I've ever drawn from any part of the case is both of them went to Fred. I mean, for some reason, they both went to Fred. And I don't know if you've ever been to Fred's, but it's not like a meeting place. I apologize.
I came up here because we cannot hear him at all.
I think he may be on Bluetooth. Have you got your settings on Bluetooth?
No,
You're in a car.
Whenever I get on my phone and I go into speaker, I lose my volume.
Ernie, can you put him up on 500% like you do yours?
He is on 500%.
Okay.
So here's the thing.
That's what I'm saying. If I could get on my computer and get it up and going, but I haven't had it on in like 3 months.
Right. I understand that. So here's the thing.
If you talk a little louder, we can hear you better. I'm sorry, we just cannot hear you hardly at all.
I went back to YouTube. And I redone it. I played it over, and you can hear him through the replay of it. So you all will be able to adjust and be able to hear him after this is over. Somebody said your finger is now he is a pretty big guy now. His finger is over the mic, they said.
I'm actually holding the phone where I'm talking straight into the mic.
Yeah, that's good. I can hear you now. I can hear you a lot better.
But it's something with my phone that anytime, I can be talking to somebody and put it on video, and whenever I talk over the speaker, they can't hear me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's with my phone. So
what I
was saying earlier, my phone don't like StreamYard. It don't like streaming. I can get on my computer, get it turned on, and when everything gets up and going, everybody can hear me fine. But I haven't had my computer on in a few months, so more than likely it would take an update, and it would take forever to get on, and I've got to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning to go to work.
Yeah, I understand that. So let me ask you a question. How soon did you know about Summer when she went missing?
Oh, day one.
Day one?
Yeah, it's backyard. It's right here.
So did somebody alert you, or did you go out to search?
We wasn't with like Churchill and everybody. We wasn't with them. We didn't go to the checkpoints and check in and say we're going to be in this area searching like all the others were doing, because they were so many. They were so many people out searching those first few days, first few weeks, as a matter of fact. But and it slowly just kept trickling down, as far as the teams that was hitting certain areas. And of course, with the sheriff saying, search your own areas, but don't come out, we don't need searchers. So what we did is we just kind of stayed back, and like when they would search out to Fields Road, well, we searched from Fields Road in. When they searched out to the Morrison area, or not the Morrison, the Morlock area, the Morlock Cemetery, when they was out there looking around. Well, when they went out that way to their furthest point, well, that was where we pretty much started and started working our way in. So we would just kind of take over the overlap, I guess you could say. And we worked, it was with a few people, and, I'm not going to name drop anybody or anything like that, but we just tried to help. And I emphasize tried, because that's all we could do was try.
When you say, so you mentioned, we. Did you have a team of your own? Did you have people, your friends or something that went with you?
I didn't have a team. I was with some people that I was helping them out. So yes,
Okay.
if they had a team, then we'll classify it as a team. But a group of concerned individuals that was just looking, that was more of what it was at.
Now, Chillbilly, now let me ask you, how long did you know these people before Summer went missing?
Not knowing, not realizing that I knew them, I did not know Dawn, Candace, none of them. No.
Did you know Fred?
Now, later on, I found out that I knew somebody that, I guess, knew somebody that knew somebody that knew Fred.
Okay. I understand small area.
Small world. Nobody's perfect, but my best friend's doing 15 years in a federal pen. He didn't do shit right. You know how that goes.
Yeah, well, I can understand that. So he's doing, so your friend's doing 15 years in the federal pen.
And he's doing it for the same stuff that Fred was doing.
Okay.
So, but I know that, I'm not taking up for my friend. I'm not saying he shouldn't be there, because I know that if he wasn't there, he would be in the ground. He was on a trail to where he was either going to die or he was going to go to prison.
Right.
That was his only two paths. He was just on that trajectory, and prison caught up with him, so that's where he's at now. And
right. Did you ever meet Summer Wells?
Never met Summer. I never even heard of him until, we heard that day that there was a kid that had went missing in Beach Creek.
Okay.
Whenever we got to, looking around, and all, I guess you could say, the bottom fell out of it, and everybody started looking. We just kind of fell in and helped where we was needed, just like everybody else did or tried.
Right. I understand that. So when all this happened and everything, did you have any opinion on what might have happened?
And I'd be lying if I say I didn't, but my opinion is just that. It's an opinion, and it's been said by multiple people, and other people has the same opinion. So it doesn't matter. The bottom line is, there's a missing child, and that's what we need to try to find. And the details of it, we can harp on everybody's past, and it won't get us nowhere in the future.
No. I know that, but seriously, you said everybody said this before, but your opinion does count, Hillbilly.
Well, everybody's opinion, I guess you could say, counts. But whenever a YouTube video gets 500 views, if 2 people out of those 500 calls and throws in a tip off of what they heard off that YouTube video, that can be misinformation.
Okay, I understand that. I understand that.
You know what I
So,
mean? Everything that we're going on, that all these YouTube investigators,
Mhm.
it's all based on hearsay. Oh, I talked to a friend of a friend that knows the person that did this, and they said it was like this. Well, that's hearsay. You know this person. I mean, probably more.
yeah, it's hearsay, but let me ask you a question because here's the thing that keeps coming up. Every time I ask somebody that knows anything about this case and that are close to it, they won't give me their opinion on what happened to Summer, what they think. Why is that?
Not sure. I mean, I would give my opinion, but like I say, it's. I would hate to say something and somebody call it in and say, "Oh, I heard it last night. He said it, blah blah blah." And it just muddies the water because it does not carry any weight.
Well, let me do this right here. Let me ask you this.
My opinion is
Go ahead.
an accident cover up.
An accident cover up.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say, okay, hold on. Let's say we go on your opinion. Let's say it was an accident cover up. How in the hell did they get by with everything? Who would you think? Let me ask you, and I don't want to put nobody on the spot, but if it's an accident cover up, there could only be so many people that are in the timeline at the time of the accident, correct?
I agree.
You agree?
Yeah.
So would you agree that the accident cover up would be the three people being Candace, Grandis, and Hunter?
I feel that Hunter, he's verified that he did go see his probation officer. So that put what, 3:30, 4 o'clock.
Okay.
So my opinion, anything that happened after 4 o'clock.
So you're saying, okay. So then the timeline of 3:09 or 3:10 goes out the window if it's 4 o'clock. That gives us an extra 50 minutes.
Whatever. Now, don't hold me to that. Whatever.
No. I'm not going to hold you to it, but I'm just listening to your thoughts. Listen to your opinion. Let's go on your opinion for a second. Go ahead.
One of those interviews, he says that he had to meet his probation officer at X amount of time, at an X time. I can't remember when it actually was he was supposed to meet him. But he was supposed to meet his probation officer. That's been verified that he did meet his probation officer at that time. So, that to me, that put all the way up to there, I guess not, it doesn't prove it, but it makes it plausible.
Okay. And I understand that. So
now something that I have had a raised eyebrow over is from that point until she goes missing, that it's called in that she goes missing. Okay, we've all heard about what's went on. The planting of the flowers, the knee brace, the peppermint, the taking the groceries in, telling the boys to watch your sister, asking the boys where is your sister, hollering for Summer and her not being there. The only thing that was left out amongst all of that at the original, whenever they was talking about it, was Grandis took a nap. After the knee brace, Grandis took a nap. She told on her interview with Ashley that she took a nap. She don't know for sure what went on between this time and this time. That wasn't brought up at the beginning, and it's not been a big deal since. I think it's a big red flag, me personally, and that's just me.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. There's a few players that come to my mind, and I want to ask you if you know these people. Bradley with Sean. Do you know who that is?
Heard that name.
He goes by Chase 423. Hillbilly.
No, I
Chase 423. You don't remember him? The guy with the billboards and stuff.
heard about all that, and
Mhm.
that's when I was, I guess you could say, avoiding all this YouTube stuff. I was
Right.
watching a lot of it,
Okay.
but I was avoiding a lot of it. You know, just I mean, I wasn't vocal in it, mainly
Right.
because a lot of the people, they know me around here. You know, I
Yep.
mean,
You're a holler boy.
no,
Okay.
because to me that refers to that goofy fucker out of Nashville. No, you ain't gonna call me that.
Yeah, well, you know what I'm talking about. You're a country boy. You live around the area. It's a holler.
Over there, yes, it is.
It's a holler over there.
From Beach Creek.
Right.
Now, my grandfather he was from Beach Creek. You know,
Yeah.
I've got family in Beach Creek, you know, but I'm not from Beach Creek, you know.
No.
I'm on the other side of North Green,
Right.
you know, so, but like I said, you know, whenever all this happened, you know, it's right up the road. I'm 25 minutes away, you know.
Mhm.
So it was too close to home, you know, for a kid that was the same age as my kid to go missing.
Understand that. 100%.
That-
Let me ask you. Do you know Chad Arnold?
Know him or of him?
Do you know? Okay, so let me put this in a phrase. Do you know of him?
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
What do you know?
Whenever I was talking about a friend of a friend of a friend,
Right.
you know, and my friend was pulling time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my friend knew a couple of those from that area. He dealt with a couple of those from that area.
Right. So let me ask you a question, Billy. In your opinion, does all this does Summer Wells' disappearance revolve around drugs?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think that's just a sad coincidence.
Okay. So do you believe there was an accident at Warriors?
No.
You don't?
No.
Oh, okay.
'Cause
So
she was seen at Sonic. She was seen at Walgreens after Warriors. You know, so we do know that.
So let me ask you a question. So I talked to a local. Do you know a guy named of Henry?
Henry.
Yeah, Henry. I'm not going to say a last name, but Henry. Okay, so listen. Henry said that he believed that Summer had been ran over. Is that the accident we're talking about, Hillbilly?
No, I have heard that. I know what you're talking about, or I think I know what you're talking about.
So you have heard that about Summer being ran over.
ran over or hit?
Hit. Let's just say hit.
See, I have heard that. There was somebody that they was letting drive that didn't supposed to,
Hunter?
and whenever that person turned or done something wrong, something bad happened. But since looking into the case, that theory has kind of gotten pushed to the side because of appointments and everybody's timeline after that.
Well, see, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what I heard. I heard that instead of pushing the brakes, the gas was pushed, and it was a jump movement of the vehicle, and it hit Summer. It was an accident, but Hunter shouldn't have been driving.
But see, the only thing about that is,
Do you know why I'm at? You know why I called you up here for tonight, Hillbilly?
you've asked me the last couple of times you've seen
I
me.
have. I've asked you that. Exactly. I've asked you. But you and I both know this person, and I know what this person told me. And I know this person probably told you as well. And I don't know if it's just a rumor or what. But, anyways, I'm glad that you said that because now the timeline would break and the timeline would actually add up.
Okay, but he is verified to be dropped off and then gone to see his probation at a certain time.
And what time is that? Because that gives them 40 minutes, and it's actually that exact time it takes. It takes 35 minutes or 30 minutes to get there from where they were at the time.
I can't remember the exact time, but he had to be dropped off at a certain time so he could see his probation officer. And he either had to go see his probation officer or he did a telephone visit. It's one of the two. I can't remember correctly. But like I said, that was very, very early on that I ain't gonna lie, I did hear that. But I don't know. I mean, this case is full of possibilities and probabilities and far-fetched conspiracies. It's
Well, I'm going to say this: if Summer was hit, then the timeline would fall in place. But the thing about it is, the scream that was heard was not Summer's screaming. It was somebody else's, is what I heard. Because there was a scream, is what I heard. But
okay.
they screamed because she got hit.
I don't know. I mean, that's plausible. I mean, that is a plausible scenario. But what I was just fixing to say about the scream is, have we ever heard like a definite of what kind of scream was it?
No, we never have. It was just supposedly a scream.
Right. Was it a child that screamed? Was it a child that screamed in panic? Was it a child that screamed in, screaming for mom? Whatever. Was it an adult that is screaming at their kids? Get your ass in here or whatever. Was it an adult that screamed out of panic? Like discovered something that just scared them to death?
I mean, I believe that's what it was.
Right.
I believe.
So that's what I say. When it comes to the scream, I think there's more to it than that, to the scream, but that's just me.
What do you think it was?
Well, see, me personally, it, I lean toward an adult panicking because of what they saw.
Oh yeah, I 100% agree with you.
Now, what did they see? I don't know.
Mm. What do you think about the Morrison Cemetery?
I think it's a nothing.
You think it's nothing?
Yeah.
Then let me ask you a question. Oh my God, I hate to say this. The guy Henry stated that he thought that Candace had drove Summer to meet Don, and then what he thought Don done was took Summer to the Holston River, where the dam is. Have you heard that?
I mean, on YouTube.
Okay, so on YouTube.
So I mean,
So let me ask you a question. So let's say it was an accident. Let's say it was an accident. What do you think they done with Summer?
that's a $1 million question, man.
$1 million question.
I mean, because that's the whole case is knowing where she's at. So whoever did what, whatever they did with her is, but do you remember the Evelyn Boswell case?
I do.
Do you remember how they ended up picking up Megan? Her mom?
Yeah.
What did they charge her with?
Was it involuntary manslaughter or something?
No. They charged her with filing a false police report.
Okay.
Later, they put murder charges on her.
Right.
Okay. As soon as they found out, and they could prove that she had lied to one of the officers, they picked her up.
Right.
And then they started drilling her. And they kept her until, something broke. And
They
finally,
did.
So I mean, and that's typical. That's like you see on TV, The statement that everybody has given to anybody that matters, i.e. detectives, cops, sheriff, whoever, in this case, in Summer's case, if any one of those people would have lied to the cop, the detective, the person of authority, why didn't they get picked up? That's filing a false police report.
So let me ask you.
What would get that person stuck in a room with a detective right in their face, asking them questions on why did they lie about what they did?
I believe that's I believe it's kind of corruption, if you ask me. I believe it's a good old boy system in Hawkins County. I mean, you know that.
I mean, yeah, there is.
I know they are.
It's more than just Hawkins County, though.
Well, yeah. It's it ain't what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, did you know that the night that Don got his DUI, Do you know where he was at when he got pulled over?
You're talking about Van Hill?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But we're at on Van Hill Road,
at the 3500 block.
3500. That's Paul's, right?
Yeah, that area. Yeah.
No, that's whenever him and Candace was going at it and he wrecked the car.
Well, didn't he try to run over Candace?
Yeah, that ain't when he got his DUI. I'm talking back when he done his 6 months in jail in Hawkins County for DUI.
I remember that, but I don't know. So tell me what you're saying.
He got picked up on a DUI because he was going on a beer run or cigarette run, and he crossed the yellow line.
Mm-hmm.
The cop pulled him over, got him for DUI. Actually, Halloween night. No, he got out on Halloween night. But he done 6 months in jail for DUI. He got picked up in Greenville.
Greenville, yes.
He done his time in Hawkins. When have you ever got picked up in one county and done your time for the crime you did in that county in another one?
That doesn't happen.
It did for Don.
You have to at least start your time at the county that you're picked up, and then a referral for a transportation can be made to go for housing.
The night Don got arrested, picked up,
Right.
they put him off to Hawkins County that night on the road. Belleton picked him up. Greene County, Belleton police officer picked him up. He's the one that got him on Van Hill. Turned him around, took him to the end of Van Hill, and dropped him off with Hawkins County, and Hawkins County took him to Rogersville. And they stuck him in there in solitary confinement for 6 months.
Mm.
And
Really?
Now, dude, that was way before he wrecked the Subaru. So that's something I've asked him. I was like, well, why in the hell did you get in Greene County? Why did they take you to Hawkins? And he goes, I don't know. He goes, they just took me to the end of the road, and took me out of the car and stuck me in another one. And the next thing I know, I was in Hawkins County the rest of the time. They didn't even let him post bond or nothing.
Hmm.
So, when it comes down to the good old boy system, they was trying their damnedest just to get him to crack. They was thinking, well, maybe we just lock him up, keep him quiet, or keep him away from everybody, and we'll get him talking. So I don't know. I mean, we hear about the shit that the sheriff's son did, get the slap on the wrist. I mean, we've got our hope for this new sheriff, but he's worked under the old sheriff for 16 years. So, I mean, I hope he's different, but is he?
Wow. So Killer Looks has something here. He said the original call for Don driving drunk was made to Hawkins.
And I'm pretty sure that the original call didn't come from somebody that seen him. It come from somebody that knew he was on the road.
Hmm.
But you got to remember, back then, that's whenever every chance they got, they were on somebody's YouTube channel. And it didn't matter if they was drunk, sober, kissing, fighting. It didn't matter.
So let me ask you a question, Chillbilly. Would it be safe to say that we all know that all these people that are in this case, that they just happen to be in these locations, and there's only very few people that we need to look at for the accident that may or may not have happened?
mean, no. I mean, I'm sure that.
So I'm going to say this: Scott Stewart's family. I talked to some of Scott Stewart's family, and you probably know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And they seemed very, very nice and accepting.
And I mean, he's dedicated to, put this, right on the top of the stack of files on his desk.
Yeah, I know that. I talked, and they said Ronnie Lawson wouldn't even accepting files now because he's on his way out, and that was 2 weeks ago when I was talking, and they talked. Then when the detective called me back.
And well, see, that's another thing is everybody keeps saying Detective Pruitt, Detective Pruitt. Does people not realize that there's people that works for Detective Pruitt?
Yes, he has his own agents that go out and do things and collect evidence for him. He is the one that pieces it together. But yes, he has people that does things for him. Yes.
The other detectives are. There's been many other detectives that has looked at this case. There's been detectives that's retired, so they brought somebody new in. And there's actually been detectives from Greenville that went over there and worked with them. A couple other agencies, or jurisdictions, I guess you could say, not agencies.
So, is it safe to say that? Let me ask you a question. In your opinion, in the beginning of all this, did law enforcement drop the ball?
Law enforcement as a whole, no. Certain parts of it did.
Was Ronnie Lawson part of the certain parts?
Yeah, I can't. Yes.
Because Ronnie Lawson's into a lot of things, correct?
Yeah.
He's got his hand in a lot.
What?
Ronnie Lawson takes money. Did you know that, Chillbilly?
Oh yeah. I mean, his son just got off 20 years for wood chipper shit. He should be. This dude shouldn't be taking up our. We should end his bloodline today. But yet he's walking around. He done a year.
Ronnie Lawson's paid off by drug dealers to keep them from busting them. Did you know that, Chillbilly?
I mean, it's been like that for years.
And he's been in there a long time.
Oh yeah, that's how he keeps getting in there.
I know it is.
That and the area. See, our area is, we're red, blue, true and true.
Mm-hmm.
You come in here, waving the blue flag, saying, I'm the Democrat and I'm going to take over. Yeah, you're out on the rail. That's not going to happen. You can be scum of the earth, but you could be a Republican and run for one of these small municipal counties, and you're God, you're golden. And it's been like that. Greene County has probably worse, just as bad, if not worse, than Hawkins County.
Are you talking about exit 20? You talking about exit 23?
30, 23. I mean, on in Greene County. So you can come in Greene County and go straight to the North Carolina line, and
Well, yeah, it's a portal state. Tennessee and North Carolina is portals. I mean, it's one right after another. It's easy.
yeah.
Wow, that's interesting, man. So let me ask you a question. Did you ever get together with Don and just, you all sit around and just shoot the bull was there anything did he ever say to you that
just kind of made you think that this guy's a weird cat?
Yeah. But at the same time, I've seen a broken guy. I've seen a very, very tired man. And I also seen probably somebody that's probably got a lot of stuff in their closet that they just don't want out. All rolled into one. If that makes sense.
I mean, yeah, it makes perfect sense.
I mean,
You know, I'm not saying that Candace and Don had anything to do with the disappearance or nothing like that, but their characters, I mean, their character and who they are, it all tells a story, whether we like it or not.
yeah, I mean, I've said that from day one. You know, I mean, as far as I've always been concerned, you know, yeah, they're probably crappy people, but they're either very lucky and dumb luck to get away with something like this, or logistically it was just everything just fell in their favor.
Okay, so let me give you what I believe is going to happen by talking to certain people. I believe when the new sheriff comes in, I believe there'll be an arrest made. Do you believe that?
I've heard that.
You did?
Yeah.
You heard that from people that would matter?
Yeah.
From other law enforcement?
Somewhat, yeah.
Same person I heard it from, probably?
If he's from Greenville,
He is.
very possible.
So I even heard it from Sullivan County officers too, as well. Because, you know, these officers, they get together, they hang out with each other.
Yeah. Well, Sullivan County is probably had more eyes on the area than Hawkins County.
Because of human trafficking.
Well, that and logistically where it's at.
Yes.
You know, yeah, they're not allowed to cross the line, but they can jump in their home vehicle and go right around anywhere they want to.
Yes, they can.
You know, so yeah, they don't have to have that cruiser to be riding around and go check out what's on the other side of the line over there. So there's probably been more eyes out of Sullivan County on that immediate area than there has been Hawkins County.
Oh yeah, 100%. I agree 100% on that. I also agree that the ones I talked to, they said the first thing Scott was going to do was there was going to be an arrest. I mean, they willing to bet with that.
But what I heard was the arrest would be associated with
Lying to police.
well that, but there's like a neglect resulting with a missing child.
Yes.
And you know, which from what everything that I've been told is, you know, basically a couple years in probation, you know. But if it's true and if it gets those people in there, that will get them in that room with no windows, sitting across the table with a guy right in their face asking them questions. Because that still hasn't happened.
Well, see, they won't be together either. They would be separated. These people would.
Exactly.
And then that's where pretty much the shit hits the fan.
You know, I mean, when you take a pissed off detective gets in there and starts asking hard questions, I think it's very possible. And I mean, it needs to be. I mean, you know, we need to find this little girl and be damned with who feelings gets hurt trying to find her.
I agree. I agree, bud. Uh, did you ever hear about a cleanup and what they done had to clean a vehicle up?
Clean a vehicle up?
Yeah, a spot on the vehicle that was dented in.
Oh. I never did hear nothing about that.
Okay. So there was yeah, that's what I was getting at there. That's what I was getting at. So what I was getting at is there was something changed on a vehicle. You heard about that, didn't you?
I mean, like on YouTube, I think I've heard people say that they changed something around, you know, took something off, put something on. Yeah, I've heard it, but like I say, the stuff I've heard has been on YouTube.
Right. Now let me ask you. Now the part about summer, the part about summer being hit, you heard off YouTube, all right?
Like I said, I heard it at the very, very beginning.
Okay.
That was actually initially it was just kind of putting two and two together and finding out that I was wrong. I thought that was the reason they was looking for the red truck,
Okay.
but apparently it wasn't. You know, the FedEx driver has already said, you know, he's seen a maroon or red truck in the area that he thought didn't supposed to be there, and they looked into it and they've never found nothing.
Wow. If you was ahead of this investigation right now, if you was, what would be the first step you would do?
Search and question. I would take my quote unquote suspects and I would question them. While that was going on, I would be searching.
Okay.
Because I feel that they searched, they spread out the area too fast.
So you think that Summer's closer, like within the hill?
I think she's on the property, yeah, or was on the property. It's been 5 years.
So let me ask you a question. While you was on the property, which you were, what's so secret about that shed that Don has?
Which one?
The one that's up on the hill there, that's toward the house, that's on the right side. As you're going back down, it's on the right side. It's right after where Grandis's camper was at. There's a shed there.
Okay, the one on the top of the hill is just a shed with pools. The one right beside it had more junk and pools in it. With it had his dirt bike in it. He had a badass dirt bike. The one that concerned me was the one halfway up the driveway.
That's the one I'm talking about. It's right there at the half to the driveway. It's right before you get to. It's okay. So you know how that damn dip in that road used to be, where you had to go to one side of it. Remember before they fixed it, you had to go to that one side where it was dipped in real bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know when you're going up, right before you get to that big old hump, that hill there, it's set right there.
To the left.
Yes.
I mean, whenever in 2021, if you typed in 110 Ben Hill Road, the pin where it dropped at was right smack dab
Right there in that shed. Right. Yes.
top of that building.
Yep.
Only thing I know about the building is there's a basement under it,
Yes, they are.
and it's got some pretty creepy stuff in it. You know,
When you wait. Let me ask you a question, Joe Billy. Have you ever been down in that basement?
Yeah.
You did go down in that basement.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it's like a cellar.
Okay. Yeah, I understand that. So, curiosity got you. So, you said there's creepy stuff in that basement. Like, what do you mean creepy stuff?
The guy from Churchill Rescue was telling everybody to search everything, as small as a laptop case. That
Yes.
this little girl could be anywhere. There was more than enough stuff in that basement that was smaller than a laptop case. Or bigger than a laptop case. I'm sorry.
Right. Wow. So when you went down there and you said that there were so when you went down there, you said that. What put in your mind that was creepy stuff?
Well, I mean, I say creepy because of the scenario that we're in. And it was kind of, I don't know. I didn't believe that there was any way whoever searched that property took every bit of stuff out of that building, searched it, and then they put it back. Have you ever had your vehicle searched?
So listen, they don't put it back. That's the first thing. They've never put it back. They leave it scattered, correct?
That's what I'm saying. They don't put the stuff back.
So the building, so it's safe to say, as I said in the beginning, the shed was never searched. It was off limits.
From what I've heard, it was searched.
Okay.
They did search it. I've heard that from a couple different people, and which, I mean, all I can do is agree or believe them, or
So these people that you heard it from, wait a minute. These people that you heard it from, was it Ronnie Lawson?
it was your buddy Trudy.
My buddy Trudy. So you're going to believe what Trudy says, bro. Come on. My buddy. You're an asshole. You know that, right?
Yeah, I am. I know.
You're an asshole, man. You know that's not my buddy Trudy.
Not denying that, not one bit. But,
Trudy is a liar, bro.
well, I mean, I know people that have looked in to them, and we found some pretty.
Oh yeah. They've got their hands in.
Whenever he found out that I had cameras set up on the property, he told Don that he wanted to make sure that his footage was not on them.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm sorry. I mean, don't be over there on them. I mean, ain't nothing I can do about it.
So it is true. So it is true about Chris and Trudy going to visit Don in Pacific times.
Well, they would. I mean, I'm sure they would visit him. And I mean, this is whenever Don was in Arkansas.
Uh-huh.
I had cameras set up, and I asked Dawn, or I would actually take the pictures because I wasn't trying to hide nothing from Dawn and Candace. They knew I had them set up. They didn't know I was going to set them up, but they knew after I did set them up, and they were fine with it. They didn't say a word. Kind of jokingly and kind of grossly, Dawn came back before I knew they were back. And his goofy ass decided to go out there and mow his yard naked.
Huh? Whoa, wait a minute. No. So wait a minute. Don goes out in the yard
Fucking
and
Dawn-
mows the grass naked. And that's on camera.
No, not anymore.
Wait a minute. Did he know that the cameras was up?
He didn't know where it was at,
Okay.
because he knew they was 2 or 3. Because he knows that when I would put one up, I would put it up pretty obvious, and then there would be one pointing at it. That way, if anybody was stupid enough to steal one of my cameras, I'd be able to get them and press charges on them. Because that's theft. That's theft of property.
Right. And Tennessee law allows the one party it is.
So I mean, and that's theft of property. So I mean, anytime I had the camera set up, I had another one shooting at it.
Right. Just to see if one would be gone, what happened to it.
Yeah. So, I would always set up 2, maybe 3 cameras. When they put the gate up across the end of the driveway and everybody showed up and started decorating it, I had a camera over there next to it, and I had everybody's picture that brought something and put up.
Okay.
So nobody was messing around. I never got any pictures of anybody messing around, anybody doing anything stupid or doing, I got a couple pictures of some deer.
Right.
That was pretty neat. I mean, they were literally walking right on Dawn's driveway, right next to his front door, just standing there. A couple big looking deer.
So you got the cameras out there. So let's go back. Let's rewind a little bit because, going back to the first time, did you ever hear? Okay, so here's one thing that I want to cross off my list. Did you know the whale before Summer went missing?
Say it again, you cut out.
Did you know the whales before Summer went missing?
No.
Okay. Did you ever hear anything about the whales before Summer went missing?
No.
You never did. No one never named them. No one nothing. Right?
No.
Okay.
Honestly, that mountain range, Chimney Top,
Yeah.
that separates Beach Creek from Belleton, and there's people that live on one side of that mountain that has no clue of what's on the other side of it.
They stay to themselves. Yes, you're right. You're correct.
I mean, everybody that's on the Belleton side of Chimney Top, if they've got to go to town, they go to Greenville.
Right.
Everybody that's on the Beach Creek side of Chimney Top, if they got to go to town, they go to Kingsport.
Yes, they do. You're right. You're exactly right. They don't cross over. You're exactly right.
The only way to cross over without going way out of your way is to go all the way down and shoot across Van Hill Road.
Yep.
And, and that's just, other than that, that's the only way across. It's a lot of times closer just to go on up to Kingsport, Sullivan Gardens, and go out that way.
Yes. So I got a question for you, and you know this exists. The Rogersville Road goes to Clinch Mountain. There's a back road.
Yeah,
There's a back road that goes to Clinch Mountain. So when supposedly when Candace was down with going down to Fred's and Chad Arnold or something, did you ever hear about that where he said you can check on Clinch Mountain?
yes, I did hear that. He said he would go up on Clint and check just out of nowhere. Like, why would she be up there on top of the mountain?
So for the people that don't know what Clinch Mountain is, I'm pretty sure you've been to Clinch Mountain.
Yeah.
It's not nothing to mess around with, I'll tell you that.
Well, no, I mean, of course not. And with a lot of those areas up in there, Beach Creek, for instance, everybody talks about how bad they are and how rough they are. Now that's 20, 30 years ago. They had some really, bad reputation. Anymore, a lot of it is just folklore. Now, whenever you say Rogersville Road going over Clinch Mountain, do you happen to know the highway numbers? Do you know what highway you're talking about? Are you talking about?
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, are you talking about 70? Or are you talking about 25 out? Or
Well, there's there's different ways you can go, but I'm talking about that old back road that goes up. That can go right into. It's not even on the map. There's one that's not even registered on the map. Because Tennessee, I'd have to look it up. I'd have to show it to you. I can't remember what road it is. It may be 7. Is it 7? No, let me see. It's the oldest road.
the 70 goes right straight across and ends up in Jonesville, I think it is, Virginia.
Yeah.
Ironically, I live on Rogersville Road.
Well, ain't that ironic?
It's like Highway 70, but I'm in Greenville, Tennessee.
Well, 70 is the old road too. So I mean,
the 70 was here before the 11
mhm.
or the 11E, and the 11E bypass took over the 11E.
So it's a mystery to me. Thank you. I appreciate that. I seen that. I seen that. So what would you do next if you was me, Billy?
I don't.
Where do we go from this?
Honestly,
Yeah.
unless whoever's involved decides to come out and talk about it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know that it can be. If it was done the way that, untraceable, and which is a possibility. But because if you think about it, not to be morbid, but if you took a 5-year-old corpse, a 5-year-old child, and put it in any element, 5 years later, it's going to be gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, yes, you wouldn't big as nothing anyways. Yes, you're correct on that.
The only thing you might find now would be like part of the skull, maybe some teeth. I mean, that's just my thought on it, And
So-
I mean, it's sad to say.
Let me ask you a question. Did you ever believe what some of the rumors was that she had been moved?
Not at first, but since, yeah,
So let me ask you another question that came up with the church. Are you familiar with the church?
yeah,
How familiar with the church are you? You've done work for them, right?
well, I mean, we set up those uh, missing child awareness tents,
Yes.
and there was a couple times where we rented like two spaces, and the space beside us we gave to them so they could set up their booth, and we worked with Robin and a couple others.
So you know Robin them real good, right?
Yeah.
So one of the interviews that Robin was a part of, and you probably know what I'm talking about. But before I ask you this, what was your opinion on Robin?
You'll never meet a more genuine, nice person. I mean,
Okay, so
I'm going to say it here, but some of the stuff that she told me
mhm.
that, that
Let me cut you off. Let me cut you off. Was it about the whales and what was said?
no, no,
Okay,
this
okay,
is about dealing with uh, kids in general, because she works with kids outside of the church. She helps. She's constantly helping. With children and um, families that need help and stuff like that. And some of the things that she told me, you know, me personally, I couldn't have dealt with it. I mean, I would have just been like, can't do it, and move along. I mean, try to go to something else. I mean, from home
mhm.
bugs to children with lice or just filth, and and she dealt with people like that constantly, but she was not the type that you would think that that did that. I don't know how to describe her, but she, other than just being truly, genuinely nice, I have not a bad word to say about her, and I would take up for her. I mean, 'cause I don't see anything. You know, yeah, I'll say that some of the times, talking to her, she's a little flaky, a little airhead. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
But in her mind, she's got 10,000 things going on. Plus, she's thinking about, a missing child. Plus, she's thinking about her child's got cheerleading. Plus, she's thinking about the church. She's got to do the prayer box for it. She's got all of this stuff going on that I can see, her having moments where, she misspeaks or, acts a little out of character or something like that.
So let me ask you a question. Did you ever meet Marlena Crawford?
No,
You haven't?
all these, call them, I guess you could say extras, players,
Mhm.
suspects, whatever you want to call them. I've not talked to any of them in depth, and mainly because they're not relevant. in my eyes, then whenever, like if we start looking at something specifically, yes, we'd start talking to certain people to, get a little bit more detail and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But like a lot of these people are like,
Yeah. So I don't want to try to impure into your business and everything and your friends and stuff, Chill Billy. But you mentioned one of your friends being in jail, being in prison, right?
yeah,
Is that Josh?
no,
It's not. Okay.
talking about, oh God,
Stedman.
no.
Okay.
But ironically, my friend dealt with quite a few people in the Beach Creek area.
Hmm.
And, and of course, I haven't, he actually went in, he got busted before summer went missing. And I've never really got to just talk to him about it. Because one, you're on a jail phone, you can't really.
Yeah, you can't just start talking about stuff like that on jail and somebody listening to you. No. I know what you mean by that. So, do you think that? Do you know any of his? So again, this is a hard question to even ask you. Was one of the clients that he had some of the people that's involved in as suspects?
So I'm not 100% for sure because I mentioned, without mentioning his name,
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned him, of course he was known as the racist redneck. Uh,
Oh,
uh, I mentioned him to in a couple of chats of people in that area and got blocked. Just not even a response to my comment. I'd be like, hey, do you remember the dude in the white Ford that everybody known him as the racist redneck? Hell, he used to run around Beach Creek. Do you know him? And wouldn't get no response. Then I'd go to make another comment and back out of it, go back in, realize it wasn't there. I'd get blocked instantly. So, yeah, I think he does know some of the people, but I don't think it's related. Not Summer Wells case. And also, and of course, this is a sick thought, I guess you could say,
mm-hmm.
is I know that he dealt with some pretty sketchy characters.
Gang members.
Yeah, Mexican,
Okay.
Mexican mafia, the essays, the banditos, the vice lords, all of them. He, he fought half of them.
Yeah,
He, I sound like a racist because I'm a friend of his. You know what I mean?
I understand. I know how it works in that. I know how it works in that area there.
Me and him we've been brothers for years. Even
Mhm.
this thing his first prison bid.
Ye-
He did 18 months in North Carolina. He was out for about a year. He did 4 years in Texas. Was out for about 2 years. Then got on this one and got 15 and done 4 for. Had to do 4 to finish up Texas, and now he's working on his 15. So he's still in there for a while.
Right.
But like I said, it was either prison or a grave.
Right. I understand that.
He weighed 130 pounds when he went to prison. He weighs about 240 now. inked up from his neck to his belly button, wrist to wrist. I mean, he took it all the way this time. That's for damn sure.
Let me ask you a question. Did this person, your friend, join the Aryan Brotherhood?
In Texas, he did.
Okay.
Now on this bid, he had to do Fed time,
Okay. So he's walking it.
and being that, see, there ain't no AB, or the AB is not the only Fed prisons that the AB is in Texas or California. Now the state, they have a lot of white gangs that
Yeah.
say that they're AB, but they're not. So he started out AB whenever when he went federal, but then he eventually got out of the AB because you know they're scumbags.
So I got a question to ask you. When Don stated in an interview that Candace keeps bad friends, he mentioned that, right? Am I right?
Yeah, very beginning or something like that.
Yes, in the very beginning. Those bad friends, are those the gang members, the vice lords, and the people like that?
That I could tell you. That was before I got, I guess, associated with them. But
Okay.
what I was getting at, friend of mine, as much stuff that he has gotten into, sleazy people, some stuff that I can't talk about. I wouldn't dare talk about it. But there's one thing that him and pretty much anybody he associated with did not stand for, and definitely don't stand for now where he's at. He's sitting down in Atlanta in the federal pen, and if somebody walks in and they've got a child case, they don't get to house up with Jeff. You know, that don't happen. If they house up with Jeff, then they get beat out. So I mean, whenever everybody talks about that, they think that Summer was sold for a drug deal. I've never heard of a drug dealer that would take a child over the money.
What about take the child and just kill the child in front of the parents?
If it got to that point, then yes, where somebody would,
Because that has happened before. They take your loved ones.
back, especially if you're messing with the essays or the Mexican mafia or, the banditos or, MS-13 or anybody like that. And they're all around here. They're just as much around here as they are Memphis. You know,
Yes.
we don't have as much people, with face tattoos and all that that's out here screaming it, but they're here, and I mean, and everybody laughs whenever they hear the name cornbread mafia. You know, that's a generic term. That's like calling redneck. Like if the redneck got a group together and you called it the redneck mafia, that's the equivalent of the cornbread mafia. They started out as a group that was smuggling weed out of
In
Kentucky,
Kentucky, yes.
and whenever all that got busted and shut down, well, the cornbread mafia kept on because every city, quote unquote, city cop, when they busted some little redneck trying to peddle meth or peddle weed or peddle whatever, yep, we busted somebody from the cornbread mafia. So it was like an ongoing joke that stuck with them. And after it stuck so long that, there's people that, actually, associate with it.
So let me ask you a question. You know, you're down in the area where Earl Taylor. You remember him?
Yep.
You knew Earl Taylor, right?
Well,
Okay.
I think
Earl left. Okay, so Earl was originally from Beach Creek, but he was found in your neck of the woods. Am I correct?
it was on down like closer to Bull's Gap.
Well, yeah, more like 23 there, wasn't it?
Bull's Gap. Yeah.
Okay, so his connections. Here's what got me, and this is going. Hey, hell, this is a crazy assumption here, but he knew he knew the people that are connected in the Summer Wells case. He knew those people because he lived in that area there. He was one of their. Was he wasn't he a runner? Wasn't he a runner or something, or was he a dealer himself? No, he was a runner, wasn't he?
And I just know of the name and know that, like the aftermath, he was found, so forth. But I mean, I don't think I know the details of it.
Mm.
Agree or disagree.
Right, yeah, okay. I didn't know if you knew. I didn't know you knew it and everything. You know, he was found. He's kin to he's like was it a girlfriend's brother or brother's girlfriend or something like that of Marlena or something like that.
Any connections I couldn't verify. Now,
Right.
I mean, just asking, was he a guy that got found in the back of a car, or in the trunk of a car, in an abandoned parking lot?
I think he was just found in the river.
Okay, we might not even be thinking of the same one.
You're talking about. I know. Oh God, buddy.
Let's not be on somebody else. One that is.
Well, this he's in the Greenville River. He was like on the side of it or something in it. Lord, that just goes to show you how many people go missing.
Oh, dude, there's two missing right now in Greene County that nobody's looking for. Both are older guys, and ain't nobody looking for them. They've been missing for years. They've been missing longer than Summer has.
Do you ever get to meet Tim Mullins?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. What kind of guy is he?
He's a character. I mean, he's somebody that seems like he's always got an agenda. He wakes up in the morning, he plans his day, and wants everything to go on schedule.
When you say schedule, do you mean like everything he does, he has to have a time for it?
Maybe, yeah, somewhat. It's like he wants. Well, for instance, and some of your listeners, they can vouch for this. There was a summer's day 2 years ago at Warriors Path Park, and Nana for life. She was the one that got it all planned. She got the pavilion, everything. I actually set up a sound system, was playing music. Gavel, I think she was on your panel last night. She was there.
Yes, Gal Geeks.
But she had a big presentation that she did, where like a memorial type deal, not really memorial, just like a picture slideshow. But anyway, we had a lot of stuff just all laid out, a whole evening or day's worth, and it was hot. It was very hot that day. And Channel 11, Channel 5, they showed up, and then out of nowhere, Don and Tim showed up, and Tim had his own camera crew booked to come up there and do interviews.
Wait a minute. When you say his own camera crew, like what do you mean? Like his own media attention or something? Or was it actual news or just private individuals?
Was like we had already, or not we, Nana and all of them. I mean, there's a whole group that helped Nana. I could not even think about naming them all. There was a whole army that helped Nana. But they, they had gotten in touch with Channel 5, Channel 11, I think it was. Anyway, they had came out, and but I think what he had done is went ahead and got a hold of one of the news crews and said that they was going to be out there and they would like news coverage. So yes, he pretty much got the news out there to do their own thing, and they tried to do it showing all the stuff that was going on. Well, Nana stood up and told them real quick, this ain't happening. If you want to do interviews, go down there. And they went underneath the shade tree and done their interview. Yeah. And which, I mean, it's no secret. Nana is not a big fan of Dawn. She is not a big fan of, and which a lot of people is. I don't have no bad feelings against him because he's never done nothing against me. Now, if I start letting emotions and start believing everything that I hear, then yeah, I could probably have bad blood against him. But overall, I don't. I talked to him. We talked a couple of times.
What's your opinion on Candace?
That's a hard.
You said that's a hard one?
Yeah. I mean,
You know Candace more than you do Dawn, correct?
I probably have met her more than I have met Dawn. But Candace is the type of person that you can talk to on Monday and then talk to her again on Wednesday, and you'll talk to two different people. Does that make sense?
So it's true about split personalities and stuff that a lot of people said.
I think so, yeah. I mean, I have talked to her before, and she'd be a totally different person. I've talked to her before and thought to myself, there is no way this lady hurt or had anything to do with hurting her child. Before, after, or anything. And then there's been times where I've been like, I don't know.
So I talked to someone, and tell me if I'm wrong or right on this. But they said that Candace has. Have you ever seen people with? Have you ever seen people with turrets and stuff? Like all of a sudden they just blurt out stuff.
Yeah.
They said that Candace had a split personality. 1 minute she can be fine, and then the next minute you say something that she takes it completely the wrong way, and she don't just gradually increase madness. She just there. And she does things in a split second.
I've never seen that, like in that direction, but I have seen her one minute be okay, and then the next minute pretty much shut down. I want to go home, and they're out. I've never seen her blow up and fuss at anybody or say something to anybody or anything like that.
Okay.
I've never.
It, it's kind of like the Dr. Phil thing, right?
Dr. Phil. Yeah.
Remember she just shut down and she didn't want to do nothing else.
Yeah. I've seen that. I've seen that personally, where everybody's cutting up, having a good time, and then all of a sudden, where's so and so and Candace? Oh, Candace wanted to leave, so they had to take off.
Right.
They're out. They're gone.
And that could be cause of a grieving mother. I mean, we can understand that. I mean, that can happen. Do you know Andy Bernard?
I know him. I've met him a time or two. Honestly, I mean, I've always thought Andy's a pretty cool dude. I mean, he's been straight up. He ain't, tried to hide nothing that I know of. He comes out straight out and honest with people. It ain't like he's saying, yeah, I was doing some sketchy stuff. No, he'll tell you straight up, no, I was selling pot.
Oh yeah. Andy is straight out to the fact of that.
And the bluntness, and I mean, he cuts up. I like Andy. I ain't gonna lie, I do. I like him. Now, I don't know him real well, but I know him. I've met him 2-3 times. Seems like he met us after Summer's Day. We all met at the Mexican restaurant, and I think he come out and ate with us.
Yes.
So I mean, I know him. Yeah, I know him.
Yeah. So Killer Looks has a good question here. He says, what do you know about pretty much Josh Stedman? Because the dude he lives by the Merle, the milk jug on the photo location. Like he lives by that location where the photo was taken. Now you said you knew him, right? Josh Stedman? Are you there? Juba. I think he had make sure everything's still good. Nope, well. Oh man. Well, guys, we're back at it tomorrow, guys. I gotta get up early. Don't get much sleep. Hell. Oh man. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys tonight. I'm not going to hold no 4-hour live tonight, but I got a few things I want to release to you guys. We need to put this as looking at everything that's involved. And how do we say this? I don't want to put everybody else's text messages out there, but I do got a few. And I don't think they've been seen. I don't think they've been seen. One of the characters' text messages, they are Fred Hills. We'll put it together on the laptop tomorrow. We'll do it on the laptop. We'll do it public to the people too as well, to get them out so people can get a clear understanding of everything that needs to happen and reopening doors. I'm telling you, oh my God. How do we email you? Oh man. One of the emails is closed out right now because it's been, I'm just over jammed up. One way to email me. Let me see here. Let's see. Oh, a minute. Since we're talking about summer here, let me not put this up. Let me put this one up here. I'm hoping it still holds. Special Forces ACT at gmail.com. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, so they've been on Ziggy's channel. I figured they was on Ziggy's channel, Fred. Fred, since you're watching this, are there any time that I've never personally interviewed you, Fred? I have never interviewed you. Do you trust me enough to give me okay, hold on a second. To give me an interview, you and I, nobody else on panel, just you and I. Would that be okay? And you could tell me where the boundaries are, what I don't need to talk about, or any of that. Would that be okay sometime? Hit me up with a messenger. You just hit me up with a message just now. So I want to just talk about a couple things, not much. And I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable. I don't want to ask things that may put you in a bad light. I won't do that because I will be professional. If that's okay. I mean, it'd be just like a casual talk and nothing more, nothing less. And it's, but that's up to you. You got all the time in the world to think about it. I want you to think about it. If not, that's okay. I can move on. I got a couple more people. I got a couple more interviews that I can release. I guess tomorrow. Okay, so hold on. He says we can do an interview with no problem because a lot of names. Okay, so hold on a second. I can't. Okay, so we can do an interview offline. Are you saying that we can do it offline, Fred? Not online, but offline. Is that what you're referring to? That way we keep it just between you and I. Offline. Or because the way you said it just now, it's kind of maybe backwards or something, maybe. Like you and I offline, no recordings, no nothing, just you and I talk. Because of the names mentioned. I would agree. I would agree. I would agree on that if that's okay. Just take your time, think about it. I learned a lot from Henry. So, guys, before we go tonight, what do you think about the idea that there was an accident that happened? And at 3:15 p.m. or 3:20 p.m., Summer was hit by a vehicle. What do you think about that? Thank you, Fred, for your answer. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, Fred. I appreciate that, buddy. Offline. Got you, Fred. Thank you, buddy. Because if it was, okay, so you said do it offline. You're gonna let me do it offline, and I can record it. Is that what you're saying? Yes, you can record it. Thank you, Fred. We'll do that. I'll call you sometime, and we'll set that up. There is no evidence. That's the thing, but it would fit the timeline better. It would fit the timeline better. Again, that's just speculation, everything. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, bud. With that being said, guys, not if the vehicle wasn't there anymore. You remember the extra set of tire marks and the extra set of going up the thing? Remember that? I don't believe the vehicle that was used was the one in the picture now. Let's just say that. Do you remember in the beginning when they said there was another vehicle? Pay attention, people. Listen to me. Because of the way the yard is up there, the way you'd have to turn around to go back out the area there. Remember, there were things in the area there that could stop that. They had to go down the same way. I don't believe it was the same vehicle. I believe it was a different vehicle. And they had to get out of there. That's why the scent of Summer got picked down that trail there. Because it was on that vehicle. But it also paints another picture. And that's the one we're putting together for a timeline right now. I've been so busy talking to people. And loose lips does sink ships. That is a fact. With that being said, guys, that's my email. I appreciate each and every one of y'all coming in. We're moving closer to what? I don't know. But remember, people, instead of talking about the people, instead of the what, let's find the where. Much respect. God bless you all. Thank you all for fighting a good fight as always. It is we the people will protect the children at all costs. Get some sleep, guys. We got a big day tomorrow. Someone asked me if we're going to do members live. Probably tomorrow. It probably will be tomorrow before our big show tomorrow night. So our morning show may be a members live. And if it is, I encourage you all to be members. We did it very affordable for everybody. We don't want our business and stuff getting out everywhere. I'll just be honest with you. I want people that really are true members and true people who care about what we do. I love our night meetings, especially our public stuff that we do, because we let everybody be involved. I think that's very important. I don't know what you all think, but I want to hear from you guys. I would never put Summer behind a paywall. I won't do that. I feel that somebody asked me, well, you released that information without anybody knowing anything what was going on and all that. I said, well, I didn't want to put Summer behind a paywall, and I think I did right by that. As a matter of fact, I know I did right by it. I would never put her behind a paywall. I don't think it's right. No matter, what kind of work we're doing and what kind of things we're uncovering, it's still, I'm not boots on the ground right now in this very moment. I was boots on the ground, but I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm not right now. So, tonight was a good interview. Tonight was a really, really informational interview. It really was. I had a pretty good time with you guys tonight. A lot of you all were asking questions, and we tried to get to you. I tried to get to you the best I could and do what needs to be done. I want to tell y'all this. Before you leave, do me a favor. Let me get me something to drink. There's something important I need to tell you. It's very important. Very, very important. It's something we uncovered. And it does have something to do with Summer Wells. And there's reasons I asked certain questions to Chill Billy tonight. I think a lot of you all that can put your thinking caps on, and you can understand some of the questions that I ask, already knew the answers to. One being, I knew that law enforcement had talked with Chill Billy because I talked with the same law enforcement about arrest. I'm going to share something with you tonight. Give me 30 seconds, okay? Let me get me something to drink because I got to clear my throat. Let me get my drink here. Give me a few minutes, guys. This is very important. This show, it is a very important point, and we're going to get to that. We're going to get to all that. But right now, we have to get to the outside before we work our way inside. We can't just work our way inside first because we understand that Summer never went inside that house. Never went inside that house. Now, I am going to show you something here. I told you all that there was a camera in the bedroom. Now, I'm going to prove to you that I was wrong. We went back, we double checked it. I wouldn't be who I am today and standing in front of you right now if I was going to let this slide, okay? I can't do that. I'm not going to do it. I can't. So I went back and I thought to myself, I said, there was a camera in the basement. This is just one of the things before we start talking about law enforcement. So I found this picture. So there it is back here in the back. It's not a camera. What it is a brown receptacle. It's a brown receptacle, which is an outlet that there's some wire hanging to. There's actually wire hanging to it. It is not a camera. So with the lighting, this is going to be important, guys. So you can see with the light on, it actually highlights it better. What we thought was a camera, because it looks like a camera right here. Now remember, the light's off in this photo that Chris McDonough had on his body cam. But now we get to see it here with the light on. So if you zoom it in, you can see it's an old timey, it's one of them old receptacles is all it is. You can see where it's poured out there a little bit. It's not a camera. You see the wire that goes down to it. See it? The wire comes down out of the house, sir. You see it in the corner there and goes down to it. It's an actual receptacle. Okay, now, I knew that Chillbilly had been talking to law enforcement. I knew because they talked to Sullivan County, and I'm friends with Sullivan County. I used to work as chief in corrections in Sullivan County, so I know the officers. I know the city cops. I know who hangs out with who. And I know the officers, when they get off of work, they hang out with each other. They hang out with everybody. There is rumors going around that Candace will be one that's arrested. Candace will be arrested. That's what I hear. I also hear that after Candace is arrested, there may be an extraditing warrant for Candace. Now, whether or not that happens, I don't know. I don't know. But that is the talk. That's the talk. But it's a 90% chance that Candace will be arrested first. So it is TikTok, people. So let's just see. This is from law enforcement. This is from the good old boys and the buddy people. If it happens, there's a very likability, a big likability, a chance that we're going to get our answers. We've waited 5 years. I am going to tell you this, and you can call Hawkins right now and they'll verify it. What we have done by our presence at that graveyard and what we've done, I'm telling you right now, we have shaken the place up. I also know that there's a lot of new things that the TBI is looking at. And I'm telling you this. Neglect can hold a lot. Child neglect, endangerment can hold a lot. You see, I'm going to say this too. I gave you all a time period last time with the FBI. I'm going to give you a little bit of time period now. I'm going to say by the 3rd or 4th, I know that I have to see my lawyer in September. September 3rd and 4th, I'll be in Tennessee. I'm saying by the 11th or 12th, there's going to be some big changes in the Summer Wells case. I'm not going to put no allegations out there. I'm not. I would never do that. Because if I do, if I'm wrong, guess what happens? Well, look at that predator hunter. He was wrong the whole time, but I'm going to say this. I haven't been wrong yet on this case of my time and the timelines of the details. Months and months ago, I said, I believe by October, November, something's going to break. 2 weeks later, it happened after I said it, on the time that I said it. People was like, how did you know? I was in Van Hill. Much respect. God bless you all. Thank you all for fighting a good fight. As always, we the people will protect the children at all cost. Tomorrow's will be a members live. It will be a good members live. It will not be around Summer Wells, but it will be something that you all need to know regarding on how the show is going to go and the changes being made, and more importantly, how we work. If you want to become a member, we've made it affordable. We do appreciate it. The link's in the chat. Much respect. God bless you all. Have a good night.
There comes a time when the chat goes off the rails, when receipts drop and the truth just never fails. Some choose lies, some just play pretend, but we got eyes, yeah, we see it in the end. There's no disguise when the clips don't match the claims. Dirty deletes don't erase the names. We archive it all, every post, every spin. Welcome to the show, let the chaos begin.
We are Legion.
We call it how it is.
We don't fold, we don't fake.
We don't miss, there's a truth.
And it's louder than your spin.
We are Deegan. Let the archive begin. Send the voice, let the paperwork talk. While they rage in circles, we just watch them walk. Facts over feelings, yeah, we stand on that. If you lie once, we remember that.
No safe space.
When the truth cuts deep,
No loyalty for lies you keep.
equal opportunity, we swing both ways. If you act up, you get these flames.
We are Legion.
Receipts in the
If
vault,
you crash out,
that ain't our
there's
fault.
a line.
And you crossed it again.
We are Legion.
This is where it ends.
We are Legion.
This is where it ends.
You can scream, you can spin, you can try to defend,
But the clips don't lie in the end. Every post, every move, every fake little trend gets archived again and again.
we are Legion. We're Legion. We are Legion.
We are Deegan. We don't bend, we don't break. Every lie that you tell, we awake from the shadows. Yeah, we rise and defend.